What's going on? What's going on? Welcome in. Welcome in. What is going on? Just let the chat come in. Poe Porter, what's going on, man? How's everything, man? What's going on? Let me get everyone in the chat. Let's see what's going on with the chat. Everybody hit the like button. Definitely hit the like button. If I can't see you in the chat, forgive me. I can't see everybody, but the ones I can see, I definitely a shout out. Definitely. We're gonna get a juicy topic tonight, man. We're gonna get straight into it tonight, man. We're gonna have the panels up, we're gonna have the brothers up. We're gonna get everyone opinion on Gervonta Haney-Davis. We can get it on EJ and Terrence. You know, we definitely gonna talk about the news. Everybody hit the like button. As y'all come in, go ahead and hit that like button. What's good, Chris? How's everything? What's going on, fam? Salute. So y'all, let's not even play, man. Y'all go ahead and hit the link, and we're gonna get straight to it. Blue is handling a family issue right now, so he will be checking in and out sometimes. So we're just gonna handle it tonight. It's gonna be the family tonight, and we're gonna discuss what's going on with Devin, what's going on with Tank. What's going on in boxing, period, as far as, Terrence and EJ. Y'all salute. Okay. Somebody said Blue looks different today. Hey, yo, y'all starting tonight, man. Y'all starting the night off right already, man. Last night, it was crazy, man. If you guys missed it last night, definitely go check out yesterday's live. It was crazy, man. We was going somewhere like 2 a.m. Who was here from yesterday's chat? Put a 1 in the chat if you was here yesterday's chat, especially towards the end. Put a 1 in the chat. Yeah. Salute. Oh, my main man. My main man. What's your name? Let me see. It looks like I can't really make out your name. You said, you was here. Yo, it was here last night. Yo, it was crazy last night, man. We had the chat going crazy last night. Everybody was in here clowning, man. It was more of a family vibe. You know what I mean? We had Blue on. We had Blue cooking up the videos of people getting sent to the shadow realm, man. That thing was crazy. So yeah, we're just looking to talk boxing tonight, with the family. Let everybody know that they can go ahead and click the link. The link is in the chat, and that link would allow you to go ahead and speak your piece with whatever issue that you have going on with boxing. We definitely can talk about it. We can address some things that the chat may have going on and may want to get off their chest as well. So that's what we're here to do. You know what I'm saying? So feel free, go ahead and hit the link. I want to see if my brother 4KZ is in the building. I know last time, I think it was yesterday, he wanted to hit the link. It was a little late, but somebody said that was nuts. Yo, we did went for a while, man. Yo, we went for a long time. If you guys missed yesterday, yesterday chat, especially around like what it was, the 15-minute mark, towards the end. I think it was like 10, 15 minutes towards the end. Yo, we was on one. The whole chat was jumping like Jordan. I mean, it was like 2 a.m. You know how Drake used to have the song, the song got the club going up on a Tuesday. We had the chat going up on a Monday. I'm talking about everybody was turned up, man. The jokes was coming in. We was talking about Rolly getting his belt stole by Devin. It was a bunch of things, man, that was going on last night. The chat was not good for boxing last night if you got knocked out, man. Salute to the family. Salute to everyone in the chat. Salute, definitely salute. Somebody said AJ packed his bags. Yo, if y'all don't know what we're talking about, go see if you can find the video of AJ getting knocked, he get knocked out, and his spirit leaves his body and go do roll the suitcase and get on the plane and just leave AJ in the ring. Yo, it was the craziest thing last night. Who was on one? I want to see if my brother 4K Zay. Yeah, definitely. Y'all hit the chat, man. I want to speak to some of y'all. I want to ever since I became co-host, I want to get to know a lot of y'all. Go ahead and hit the chat. If you have anything, hit the link. If you have anything you want to say to me, if you have any questions you want to ask me, that you want to get off your chest, definitely go ahead and hit that link, man. With blue will tell you have to show your face. I'm gonna be lenient. You don't have to show your face tonight. Just be respectful to the platform. Just be respectful to me, the guest. You can have a cover picture up, and speak your piece. Let's talk this boxing. Let's get this boxing talk. What I said. It's Kid Austin. Is Kid Austin a D-ranked fighter? I don't know if he's a D-ranked fighter until he start fighting, better opponents. I'm not too familiar with Kid Austin. I watched a couple of his clips. I watched, he got good footwork. He got good fundamentals. Some say he got good power, but you really don't know with fighters like that and contenders until they start to, progress in the level of performance, with better opponents. Then we start to get, okay, this guy's more of a B-level fighter, C-level fighter. You see what I'm saying? So it won't be until he actually fights somebody that got a decent enough name to where we can kind of rate his performance. But no, that's a good question. I don't think you're tripping on that. You asking the same thing we're asking. Where does he place? Where does he lie? We didn't know how good Frank Martin was until he actually fought Michelle Rivera, and we was like, yo, this guy he's a good fighter. He's a top tier fighter. Not only, from him winning the fight, but the way he actually won the fight, how he broke down his opponent, how he stayed poised, the whole 12 rounds. There was times where his defense could have lapsed, but he listened to his corner. He stayed dedicated. His defense was impeccable. Footwork was amazing. Lateral movement in and out, changing levels. The jab looked good, counterpunch ability. So that's why we're able to rank Frank Martin now a little bit higher, because we've seen who was he able to fight. Yeah. That was definitely a fair question. Him and Keyshawn. Him and Keyshawn, I don't got enough information on Austin to see if he's able to compete against Keyshawn, because we know that Keyshawn hang around the likes of Terrence Crawford. We know he hang around Shakur Stevenson, Big Baby Anderson. He hang around skilled fighters. I think Shushu's hang around that camp as well. That guy's no slouch. You know what I mean? It's just that he started his pro career kind of late. He was doing the amateurs. He was going to the Olympics and whatnot. So he started off kind of late, but his talent, it speaks for itself. Where he placed, we don't know until, we start to, up the opponents that he have as well. But I think for right now, it'll be a little bit of my bias, but I think Keyshawn is better than, Kid Austin. I could be 100,000% wrong, but from what I see in the eye test that I have right now, it just looked like Keyshawn, is ahead of him. And I'm only going by that because of his camp as well. And I know he hang around quality fighters. God, Schofield going to be a problem. Hey, man, let's see, man. If Schofield's a problem in the future, man, more power to him. You know what I'm saying? The kid looks good. He looks hungry. You know what I'm saying? Let's up the competition for him, and let's see what he looks like. So he said Keyshawn beat him. He's no joke. Yeah. Hey, man, that's where I'm at right now. Yeah, I think Top Rank will start to increase Keyshawn's competition, Johnny, because they starting to see the talent that he has. They know who he's around. They know what talent this kid has. You know what I mean? They know his potential. I think they're going to start to increase his competition. Don't be surprised if you start to see Keyshawn, in championship, fights somewhere around 15, 16 fights, somewhere around there. You know what I mean? He's going to have some good competitors before that, probably, in my opinion, just hypothetically speaking, somewhere around 11, 12 fights, he's going to have some good names or some reputable names. So we can say, man, these guys are solid. But I wouldn't be surprised if I see Keyshawn in the title fight around 16 fights. I wouldn't be surprised. Who would our favorite out of Keyshawn Davis and Frank Martin? Come on, man. We starting this early, man. The chat undefeated. We starting this early. Yo, I'm going to go with Frank Martin, man. Frank Martin is battle tested. We saw him against a solid opponent. Keyshawn's nice. It's hard to root against him. That's a fun fight. I'm being 1,000% honest with you. That's a fun fight. I wish we could have got that on the Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford card. I just could have built the name a little bit better. But yeah, I'm gonna go with my main man, the Ghost, on that one, man. Keyshawn is nice. I wouldn't be surprised if Keyshawn was to take the win on points, but I got to go with Frank as of right now. Until Keyshawn, fight different opponents, then I'll be able to, come back and say, hey, maybe, let it swing Keyshawn way. But I'm 55-45 Frank Martin with that fight. 55-45 Frank Martin. Not by a lot. Somebody check my math too. It's late. It's late. Keyshawn not ready for Frank. Some people may say he's not ready for Frank. I just think we was able to see Frank against a better opponent, so we're able to gauge him a little bit better. We haven't seen Keyshawn at that level of opponent yet, but Keyshawn nice though, man. He's nice. I think he's going to be a formidable opponent to anyone in the future. I think Keyshawn. I don't know where to rate his power right now, but I think Keyshawn fundamentals is very well. He's hard to hit. He's slick. He can box on the outside, can box on the inside, lateral movement, in, out, change level. His counter punchability is good. His catch and shoot, I really like the way he catch and shoot. Body work is really good. If you looked at his last fight, I think he ended the fight by body blow, if I'm not mistaken. His body work real good. Very disciplined fighter. Whenever he got a chin on him too, he could take a hit. So yeah, I like Keyshawn. He shows dog. Let me see. Yeah, I do think Haney should take the fight, DC, with Tank and not take a tune-up fight, because it's similar to the Earl Spence situation, right? Like, do you want Earl Spence really, honestly, to take a tune-up fight right now, or do you want him to fight Terrence Crawford? Hypothetically speaking, if they wasn't fighting, of course. Would you want him to take a tune-up fight? No. Nobody wanted to Keith Thurman fight. Think about it. That would have essentially been a tune-up fight. We know Keith Thurman, he's no slouch, but he's not Terrence Crawford neither. We didn't want to see that. And that's technically, that don't even qualify as a tune-up fight if you think about it. Keith Thurman don't qualify as no one's tune-up fight. And we didn't want to see that. So I don't want to see Devin Haney, if he do fight at 135, fight anybody outside of Gervonta, Haney-Davis, or Shakur. One, because it's going to pay them the right amount that they need to be paid, and the fans won't feel robbed. You see what I'm saying? If Devin Haney has to fight a tune-up at 135, he might as well just go up at 140 and fight Regis or fight any of those other top talented guys at 140. And he get his money worth, his stardom go up, and then we also get the fights that we want as well. So, yeah, I do believe that he should fight Gervonta Tank Davis. I believe it's well overdue. I know my boy 4K Zed's not in here, but I know he's going to clown. But I believe it's well overdue. I believe Tank avoided him, Loma, and Shakur for long enough, and that he sees something with Devin that we all see. Devin really can't make that weight no more, and he's pursuing him aggressive. We will know once Tank actually send the contract. If the contract gets sent out, then we will know Tank is dead serious. Now we will have to look at Devin, and it's like, hey, Devin, you got to make a choice. Either you're going to accept the contract. Of course, the contract have to be fair, right? Either you're going to accept the contract like you said you would do, and be a man of your words, or are you going to, decide to go to 140 because you can't make it? So that's something that I would love to see. It's a fun fight. Oh, you said I ducked your question? Nah, good brother. It's a lot of people questions in here, man. I can't see everybody question. What you say? BB Boxing. What you say? Go ahead and put it back in. Let me see. Go to one. Yeah, I would like for Devin to go to 140, but if he can make 135 one more time, Jay, I wouldn't mind to see it at 135 if he can make it healthy. I do know that he wouldn't be at 100%, so it would be one of those things where it's like, are we going to get the best Devin Haney that we'll get, that would have got at 135 a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, or we get a Devin Haney that's trained and don't look that good and Tank knock him out. So it's only something that we're gonna wait to see. Yeah, definitely. You guys smash the like button. Yeah, BB Boxing. I ain't see what you what you put in the chat. Trust me, I ain't ducking no questions. You actually got the link in the chat. In the chat, if you actually want to, come up here and say what you want to say, then I can't duck, right? So, I extend that challenge out. I extend that challenge out to you. You know what I'm saying? If you want to click the link, you definitely come up the link. Oh, we got 4K Zay. 4K, hit the link, 4K. Hit the link. We're gonna tell Blue to drop it again. I think it's at the top of the chat. Hold on. 4K, stroll up some, and you should see the link. Stroll up a bit. You should see the link. Yeah. Hold on. Let me see if I can get the link back out in the chat for you, 4K. 1 second. Yeah, what's up, man?
Man, I did not already hit the link, brother. You was talking crazy last night.
Oh yeah, you know how I go, man. Whenever you come in, we don't even talk. Hey, how we show love to each other, we just swing on each other.
Yeah. Hey, no doubt.
How the kids, man? Before you start, how the kids, man? How your boys?
Everything's good. Everything's good. They out at the grandmother's house right now.
Beautiful.
So they having fun. Summer just started and things like that. They out.
Oh yeah. No, definitely, man. They're gonna get in your pockets this summer, man.
Yeah, we went. My son, we always see the movies he want to see. We had to take my daughter yesterday. We all had to go watch The Little Mermaid. I ain't enjoy it too much, but
nah. Okay.
Family business.
Shout out to 4K, man. Shout out to 4K. What's up, folks?
Man, everything. You want to jump right into it?
Yeah, we can jump right into it.
My only point
last night. I done swung on you while they was holding your arms back, and I done ran it too. I ain't even let you go.
I was in the chat.
I swung on you and ran with my book bag on. I ain't take my book bag off, nothing.
No, you good. You good, man. You good. That's I really be expecting that from you, Judah, guys like that. I expect that from y'all. Yeah. That's all I want to say though, bro. Y'all got to remember all these videos. We go back, we can rewatch all these.
Yeah, we got some receipts.
Keep the same energy.
Put it like this.
This all I'm saying. Keep that same energy for months and months. We've been saying we need Tank Devin next. Tank Devin next. Tank Devin next.
1,000%.
That is.
1,000%.
He calling for it now.
Hold on. Now he still got to send that contract. Tank still got to send that contract now.
We can't. This is what I'm saying. Aside from that, because I already know y'all gonna come at every which.
You said assuming he send the contract. That's what you're saying, right? Assuming Tank send the contract, we gotta keep the same energy.
He gonna send the same contract. I think y'all scared though. You want me to tell you why I think y'all scared? And I don't mean it in a disrespectful way.
Yeah,
y'all just saw what Devin did against Loma, and we know Devin won that fight after rewatching it and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all know it's dangerous for him to fight Tank at 135.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all want to see him move up to 140. And I don't have a problem with him moving up to fight Regis Progeras. That's actually a great challenge. That's a great fight. That's a great start to move up to 140. And Regis that's a monster at 140. Okay. So for him,
no, but you got to tell me why. You got to tell me why. I'm scared.
Let me be clear. I'm not calling Devin a duck. I'm calling his fans a duck.
Okay. Tell me why
I'm calling y'all ducks because for months it's been said that Tank. It's always. I'm sorry, I got a little bit of a. Hey, man, you mind making me some tea?
Yeah. See how it is when you speak out against Devin. See what happens.
I gotta my thing is, and I'm gonna have to I can't wait. Yeah, okay, we got somebody else up here because I got to get my thoughts. I think I wrote
Professor
some stuff
X,
down.
salute, my brother. We'll appreciate you appreciating us, man. That's what we do it for. We definitely get on the ground for you guys, man. I appreciate you. Salute. Go ahead, folks. Go ahead, folks.
No, I was just saying, I was waiting on somebody else to join. I gotta go look at, I always write stuff down and things. I like to come prepared. And when you was talking last night, I said, oh man, he talking crazy. But my main point last night when I was talking in the chat, all I was saying, I jumped in kind of like in the middle of the show.
Okay.
And I kind of heard like a little bit of what y'all was saying. And just off that, I just go out for what I'm hearing at that moment. And I'm just like, okay, let's not do that.
What you hear? That's why I need to know what you hear. What you hear to make you feel the way you feel.
It just sounded. I gotta go check my notes. That's why I'm glad somebody else joined up so y'all can kind of go back and forth a little bit. But just the excuses of, oh no, if Devin is moving up to 140, then why we can't call him a duck because he had been calling Tank name for the longest. Bro, that's not what we've been saying for the last couple of months though. We've been saying that we need Tank versus Devin next, and this, that, and the third, and things like that. So we can't shift the energy just for Devin, because I would never shift the energy for Tank. I wouldn't do that. If Tank had a rough performance or anything like that, I'm gonna be the first one to step up and be like, okay, I don't feel like he's ready. But I feel like a lot of people are scared to see Tank versus Devin now because of what they just saw from Loma. I mean, because he didn't. And let's be honest. Pure boxing fans know that Devin won the fight, right? But to the majority, everybody can't see that Devin clearly won that fight against Lomachenko. You feel what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
So I feel like for us seeing that Devin won against Lomachenko, let's step up and admit that the gills are kind of wet right now because of the performance that he had against Lomachenko. I don't think y'all want to see him fight.
Let me ask you this. I don't
think y'all want to see him fight Tank at 135, bro.
Let's stay on track. Track, right? Let me ask you this. Who out of everybody else aside from Devin has fought the caliber of Lomachenko? Did Tank fight any fighter?
No. Tank hasn't. Teofimo fought Lomachenko.
Teofimo fought Lomachenko. Right? He did very well, very effective against him. Right? Same thing, same performance. Right? The rounds that Loma had against Teofimo looked more dominant than the rounds that Teofimo had against Lomachenko. So nobody never walked through Lomachenko, right? That never ever happened. He's an elite fighter. Okay, we got to grant him that. What I was saying yesterday was earlier in the show, I actually paid homage to Tank. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I seen you pay homage.
You always seem to miss that part. But I love Tank. You know what I'm saying? Tank is one of my favorite fighters. What I'm saying is I don't like the fact that Tank pursuing Devin now after we all see that Devin is not making weight.
We've been calling for it though.
We never hear me out. We didn't know that Devin was going to miss weight 3 times for Loma. He never done that before. This is our first time. You see what I'm saying? Whenever you get, and you're a smart guy, whenever you get new data, you have to include that into everything that you're watching, that you're observing. Because it changes reality, right? It changes observable reality. Okay. Observable reality is telling us it's hard for Devin to make 135 and perform at his peak because his body won't allow him to do that. Tank have moved up at least twice. Shakur has moved up at least twice because their body won't allow them to stay at that weight anymore. Now, what I'm saying is Devin have pursued Tank when he was able to fight at that weight comfortably. Tank did not say nothing, and Tank was not as aggressive as he is now. Right? Shakur has pursued Tank. Tank did not say nothing, and Tank was not aggressive at all. Loma has pursued Tank. Tank did not say nothing, and he was not aggressive. What's up? How you feeling, man?
What's up, big dog?
So what I'm saying is we are also holding Tank accountable, saying that now you're calling Devin out because we all see, remember, as new data have come, it's observable reality that Devin is struggling to make 135, which you know that you're going to have a clear advantage over him. You already got the punching ability over everyone. But now you are
It
going to
sounds
have.
like you're saying he gonna beat Devin at 135.
No, it sounds like I'm saying that he waited for Devin to not be able to make 135.
So we gonna give Errol Spence the same. Are we gonna give Errol Spence even more respect for standing at 147 to fight Terrence Crawford?
You have to.
Exactly. So we gotta extend. Hold on, wait, brother. We gotta extend that same
Let me finish. What me and Blue said too when we started, we said that if Devin do fight him at 135 and make it comfortable, it is what it is. But I'm not going to sit up here and act blind like I didn't notice that that Devin was chasing Tank for 2.5, 3 years, and now that Devin can't make the weight no more, you see what I'm saying? Tank is now pursuing him. You can go ahead and cook. Then we're gonna let the other brothers cook.
What's chasing Tank when he jumped in the ring after the fight with Kambosos on Lomachenko? He never did that with Tank. So what's like tell me what's chasing Tank, because after the fight with Kambosos, after he completed his rematch clause with Kambosos, 2 weeks later, he in the ring with Lomachenko, caught a long mind and talking about, oh, Tank never sent a contract. First of all, ain't no contract getting drawn up in no 2 weeks. That's number one. And back to the point with Spence standing at 147. We all know Spence way too big for 147. But he's staying down and he finna get ready to fight Terrence Crawford. Devin, let's hold Devin to that same standard. Undisputed champion, y'all always throw that up. And then let's keep the same energy we've been having for the last couple of months. Blue been on here. We've been on here. All of us been on here, all collectively together saying, oh, we need Tank versus Devin next. Tank versus Devin next. Now, I agree with you when you say, when you get new data that, oh, yeah, that goes to the point. Bro, at the same time, he undisputed. When you want to build up legacy fights, when you want to make this resume the way y'all saying he love his legacy so much and stuff like that, get it done the way that Spence getting it done. If Spence, you see how Spence running the show, Spence like, okay, this what y'all been calling for, this what I'm gonna give it to. We not trying to hear that, brother, because all y'all been calling for it. So as far as that I'll let Devin chasing Tank, brother, that's a myth. That's a myth.
Okay, so hold on, wait. Now if we're gonna say that, folks, you gotta hold yourself accountable. Now we got intelligent brothers on this panel. We just heard you say that Tank is chasing Devin, right?
No. I said I'll let Devin chasing Tank. I didn't say Tank
that's a
myth.
You said that that's a myth, but we know that Tank is aggressive, saying that he's aggressively on pursuit of Devin right now.
Who is Tank ever called out?
This is what I'm saying. Listen, we can't keep branching off. If we ask questions, this live chat will never end, and the chat won't get what we got to answer each other questions. You see what I'm saying? You said that I want to hold you accountable because I'm writing this down. You know what I'm saying? You can get a pen as well. What I'm saying is, you said that Devin jumped in the ring
with Lomachenko
at Top Rank. They both was on the same side of the street. He was at Top Rank.
Mm-hmm.
He jumped in the ring at Top Rank. You can't jump in the ring with Tank on the PBC platform when you are with DAZN or when you are with Top Rank. It don't work like that. You see what I'm saying? It makes more sense for Top Rank to make that fight because it's an in-house fight. Now, you just said we have to have the same energy because we have to follow Errol Spence blueprint. How long did it take to get a fight between Errol Spence and Terrence Bud Crawford, because it was on different sides of the street? How long?
When they really started trying, it's been about a year and a half.
How long? No.
It's been longer than that, but when they really started trying, it's been about a year and a half.
That's disingenuous. That's disingenuous at best. It wasn't until Terrence Crawford was out of his contract and then he can freely move and then they can get that fight done. Come on, brother. Now we talking about right now though. We not talking about when they actually started trying, bro. What I'm saying to you is, how long did it take?
It took years.
Okay. So we are going to give Devin that same respect if he do take this fight and if he do go to PBC. Let's not act like they wasn't on different sides of the street. Let's not act like, these boys are talking smack to each other. And it wasn't a myth that that Devin was chasing Tank, so much so that Tank had got fed up with it and said, Devin Haney, I want you next. I'm not out of my contract. He meant to say, I'm not in my contract. I want to fight you next, Devin Haney. So that's all I'm gonna say on that. I gotta let the other brothers cook. We can come back to it, but it gotta be fair. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. For sure.
I can't see y'all names because of the super chat, so I'm gonna call out the ninja with the blood cherry.
Yeah, Pressure Pablo.
Oh, Pressure Pablo.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Do y'all think Haney's is ready for Tank though?
I believe so.
Y'all think he's ready for him?
Yeah, I believe so.
You think so too, Zay?
No.
I don't think so.
They know that. That's why they saying what
Not
they
at
saying now.
135.
They just saw that. They
I
just
like
saw it.
what my brother just said. At 135, it's going to be rougher for him at 135.
At 135, he loses. He's better off at 140.
He will have to go to. They should fight at one. They will have to fight at 140.
That's what's gonna happen.
The better question is if there was both at a healthy weight, do I think Devin Haney is ready for Tank? Yes. Skill for skill, yes. You see what I'm saying? At 135, it changes the dynamic because we got new data. Devin can't make 135 no more, and I'll stand on that. You see what I'm saying? What do you think about what do you think about Tank pursuing Devin right now after all these years? What's your thoughts
on Tank pursuing him?
On Pressure Pablo?
I don't really think he was per se pursuing him though. To be honest, if that makes sense.
His team said that they want to send him the contract.
You said what? Say it again. My fault.
His team said that they want to send Devin Haney the contract for a fight at 135. Now they're just starting to say that now.
Yeah, but he had like what's his name? Calvin. What's the trainer name again? Calvin Ford.
Calvin Ford.
I remember one of them said like they wanted to send one to Shakur too. I think they all kind of like I don't think they know what direction they want to go to right now.
To be honest. Quick question: Has Devin called Tank out in the last 6 months?
Hold on, wait, real quick, folks. The last update, it was Devin Haney that they was saying that, they want to pursue Devin Haney. So with the Shakur, I haven't heard them say Shakur name recently. That's just the last update that I heard. It was Devin. What you say, folks?
Has Devin been calling Tank out for the last 3 to 6 months?
For the last 3 to 6 months.
Yes, he has.
I want to say he has. I want to say he has.
He has been calling him out.
I want to say he has.
And this is my thing. Let me be clear. Let me be clear for the chat. Let me be clear for y'all. I'm not saying that Devin is a duck. That's not what I'm saying. No, I'm saying his fans are ducks. That's what I'm saying, because this energy that y'all had a couple of weeks ago and a month ago, now that y'all got all these excuses, y'all want to throw in new data, this, that, and the third, blase. Devin this is coming from Devin and Bill Haney. They say everything but let's fight. They say everything but let's fight. That's all that's been saying. That's their favorite motto. So now somebody is saying, let's fight. I don't care if it's at 135 or 140. Me as a fan, I don't care where it's at. I want to see a great fight. I believe that my fighter, I believe that Tank Davis is going to show up. He's going to perform. Tank is a great boxer. So I don't doubt him at 135 or 140. I feel like
you say you think Devin Haney fans is a duck, and I would say we can go back and forth. I can say Gervonta Tank Davis fans been ducking for years. It just opinions at that point.
But like, hold on, why would you my fault?
Why would I say that?
Yeah, why would you say that?
Because Devin Haney has been calling Gervonta Tank out for the last 2.5 years, and Tank has not had this type of aggression with actually pursuing a fight with Devin Haney. Now that Devin Haney can't make weight, that leaves him vulnerable. Now Tank deciding to pretty much pursue him. So it leaves a sour taste in your mouth as a fan. See, it's not that we're ducking, it's that it's a sour taste in the mouth because you knew that Devin was able-bodied, 2 years ago. I'm saying to the degree of making 135 one time. You talking about it take him 3 times now to make it? I wouldn't want Tank to, if he do have that fight as a victory, I wouldn't want them to say, yeah, but you fought a weight drained Devin Haney. And I'm a Devin Haney fan. And I know that some Devin Haney fans will go to that extent to make an excuse. I want no excuses when it comes down to boxers fighting each other. You get what I'm saying? So it's not that it's a duck, it's a sour taste in my mouth. That's all I'm saying.
I got a question.
Real quick, folks, because I you know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying nothing.
Yeah, I want to let my brother Cook give me your name again. I can't see it because it's super chat. I'll write it down.
Who? Hope? Me? Hope now?
Yeah, Hope, right. Hope. What's up, Hope?
All right, I got a question. So before Tank fought Ryan, and when they was interviewing Tank, and then Tank said, I'm about to basically, he was saying like, I'm about to run through 135. I'm about to fight everybody 135. I'm gonna show y'all that a lot of these dudes is not who they say they are. Who you think he was talking about?
He said the names. He said Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, and
okay,
Loma.
Cool. So that means he called out Devin before he found out that what the results before he found out what the results gonna be before Loma and
With
Tank.
the Lomachenko
I mean before
stuff.
Loma and Haney, right?
Right.
Before the weight struggles with Lomachenko.
Okay.
Devin's been
Right.
having weight
Fair
struggles.
enough. Fair enough. Hold on, folks. Hold on. About to cook. Go ahead. Go ahead, Hope.
So to me, now I do agree that it does seem to be a little more. He's a little more like, all right, yeah. Now I'm really trying to fight. But to be fair, he was before he found out, before Loma and Haney fought, he was saying that he wanted to fight them before he even figured out, before we even saw the fight and saw the results of anything. So, so that's why it's kind of like when because I watched the replay last night when y'all was talking about this. So I kind of disagree with he waited till he was weight drained and all this other stuff before he started calling him out and all of that, because he was already saying before any results that we saw that, hey man, I'm about to start fighting all these dudes. I'm about to show y'all. I'm about to show y'all that these dudes ain't what they say. So
that's what he said. Now this is Hope. We're in the spirit of being fair, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It would have gave that his words would have had more weight if when the first time he said that he had actually done it. This is not Tank's first time saying that. This is not Tank's first time saying stuff like, I'll go down to 130 to fight Shakur. I'm going to fight you next, Devin Haney. And then after the fight with Kambosos, where he actually looked good and made weight, we heard nothing from Tank. So what I'm saying is, if we're going to hold everyone accountable, I'll hold everyone accountable. But you got people like 4KZ that it's just mute, or it's a dissidence whenever it comes down to Tank. Now, Hope, you a sensible guy. Did he not say on the interview before that I'm not out my contract? After this fight, I want you next, Devin Haney. Did he not say that?
Yeah.
Was there any weight issues with Devin Haney?
That we knew of?
No. Was there any weight issues with Devin Haney at that time? Weight issues as far as him not making weight on scales and having to do it 3 times?
No.
Yes, it was.
No, he never.
No,
I would say this. That's around the time when he first started saying, I'm not gonna be here long, y'all.
Right, but
what I'm saying was, I will agree with heck no, getting on the scale 3 times.
No,
and all of
that didn't
crazy.
Come up. No,
that's crazy.
How did his performance look meager in any way? No. So we're gonna have to hold Tank accountable. The time that he said it was the first time, he never even made good on that promise.
Yeah.
So you're saying that he had a hit list now? That means nothing to me, because if I tell you, hey man, Hope, man, when I get you, let me hold $20. When I see you, I'm gonna give you that $20 back. Right. And then when I see you again, you see me with a stack of money, but I act like I don't even see you. You see what I'm saying? But I'm asking you for $40 now, and I'm saying, man, you know what? I'm gonna really give you that money back. You saw me, I had a stack of money last time too, so I'm gonna have it. You're gonna look at me like I'm crazy. You're gonna say, I really don't trust you. Because you said this before, and then once it's shame on me. But I mean, once it's shame on you, twice it's shame on me. Right.
So let me ask you a question.
Shoot.
Do you think he's pursuing him because he know he can't make 135, or it's because he after the Loma fight, he reconfirmed to himself that I told y'all Haney ain't what y'all thought he was? Which one?
I think it's a bit of both.
It's the second one. It's definitely the second one and not the first one.
I think it's a bit of both. 4K want me to say the second one, but I won't.
Wow, this is crazy.
4K want me to say
that's borderline disrespectful, brother. That's disrespectful.
If I'm saying it's both, 4K, I'm also proving your point. You got to.
No, let me prove your point. Let me prove your point. When you asked that question,
he saw the fight. He saw the fight against Devin versus an elite. You see what I'm saying? He feel like Devin has some holes that he can exploit. Yeah. Right. And then he also feel like Devin is weight draining himself for 135. We're gonna let folks cook.
You think
go ahead, brother. Hold on real quick, folks.
I just want to go back to your point when you asked.
Hold on, pressure. Hold on. Pressure was saying something real quick. What you say, pressure?
So you think Tank? Me personally, I feel like Tank would take him any day. I don't any circumstance. I think it's all the politics that make these fights stop. It's all like the fine print between these contracts. I think they would fight each other whenever they wanted to. If they wanted to, if it was up to them, I think they would fight.
I'm just saying Tank didn't pursue him despite the policy. He didn't pursue him like that. Go ahead, Fo. I just want him to get that off. Go ahead.
I'm actually proving your point when you talk about Devin's weight struggles. The Kambosos 2, where he fought in the backyard for the second time, Devin didn't look good. We all knew that. You say
he didn't look good in Kambosos 2?
No, not the fight, not fighting wise. I'm talking about his
you talking about weight?
Like his face.
Weight.
Yeah.
He didn't look good. He didn't look good then. But even after that, it's Devin Haney that's constantly saying Tank name. It was annoying me. It's like, man, Devin saying his name is it wasn't really. Well, you know what? I'm not even gonna say it was Devin too much. It was mainly Bill Haney. I always tell y'all that it's not Devin that I dislike. I don't like when Bill Haney be talking crazy and stuff like that. But just to prove your point, Devin has been having weight struggles since the Kambosos 2, but even still, Devin has been running his mouth. So Armstrong, we at school. We both in the hallway. Every time I see you, I'm calling you out, no matter what. I'm study calling you out. Bro, you're not going to get tired. Like, one day, like, no matter what, you're going to get tired and you're going to be like, man, you know what, man? Let's go ahead and fight. So why we fought in Tank for going ahead and being like, oh, well, let's go ahead and fight. Devin been calling this thing. They, like I said, I told you, I've been saying this and I've been consistent with this. Tank is not, in my eyes, Tank has never ducked Devin. Devin has never ducked Tank. And like I've been saying since I've been on here tonight with you, I'm not calling Devin a duck. What I'm saying is that Devin is even on Twitter today, Devin is keeping the same energy. He's saying, yeah, when Al Haymon called me, we'll make the fight or whatever. I believe when Al Haymon called me. Why are y'all doubling back? That's my question. And you study ducking that question. Why are y'all doubling back? Yeah, why are y'all doubling back trying to make these excuses for Devin? Devin don't need. Let me make this clear. As a champion, he don't need the excuses, brother.
Let me make this clear. I never ever ducked that, and I said this before. I said if Devin stay down and fight at 135, he can fight Tank. I would love that fight as long as both of them healthy. Let me say this for you and for the chat. If Devin is to fight at 135, there's no other fights I want to see outside of Tank and Shakur.
Okay,
I don't know how. Hold on, wait. I don't know how clear I can make that.
And then we can move on. And then we can move on. And I don't mind them fighting at 140.
Hold on, wait, real quick. What my issue is, what my hang up is, and I said is Hope and the brother have been on tonight, is why has been in hot pursuit of him now, knowing that he's struggling. It leaves a sour taste in your mouth. Oh no, wait. It leaves a sour taste in your mouth as a fan when you know that Devin was calling you out when he was making 135. It went easier than what he's making it now.
It's not the weight though, brother.
Hold on. Listen, Fo, hear me.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
You're listening to respond. You see what I'm saying? I'm listening to your questions. That's why I'm able to process them. I'm telling you, we're not ducking him. There is no ducking. You're asking yourself a question. Why is Tank on him now when he damn near can't make the weight? It would have been a better fight. There would have been no excuses. I'm actually for boxing when I'm saying that. People are going to say Devin Haney was weight drained. Tank was on him when he couldn't make the weight no more. You get what I'm saying? And it'll kind of diminish Tank's to some people. It'll kind of diminish Tank win over Haney. Oh, he waited until after, he couldn't make the weight no more to fight him. Go ahead, Hope.
I got a question. So you say it would
wait, real quick, Hope. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not saying that.
He froze. Did he freeze on y'all too?
Did he freeze?
I'm saying it's sour grapes. It's sour grapes.
Yo, you froze. You froze real quick, ASAP.
Okay. I'll say it again. What I'm saying to you, I'm not making no excuse. That's the only fight I want at 135. What I'm saying is it's sour grapes, knowing that he will have it will be a question. Devin Haney fans will almost make an excuse for him, like, oh, you waited till he was weight drained and he couldn't make the weight no more comfortably to try to fight him. That's all I'm saying.
That's pandering for Devin.
Look,
I got a question.
All I'm saying is that it has nothing to do with Devin's weight with Tank calling him out. I'm telling you right now, based on what we all just saw with Devin versus Lomachenko, that's why Tank is. That's
Before
why
you,
Tank.
before
No,
you made
listen,
up your mind, man.
let me cook. Let me finish.
I got you.
That's why. And I'm just saying simple things. I'm not even really trying to cook right now. The reason why Tank is calling Devin's name, the reason why Tank is calling Devin's name is because of what we just saw from Lomachenko, bro. That was not impressive. That wasn't impressive. Lomachenko was getting a double, and a triple left hand on him, and all types of crazy crap in there. It wasn't impressive. That's why he's calling his name. It ain't got nothing to do with let's stop trying to push this narrative. Like it's always a narrative.
I'm not pushing no narrative.
It's always hold on. It's always a narrative around Devin. It's never hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish. It's always something to give
but
them.
if you're saying that I'm pushing a narrative, then that's misleading the chat. That's misleading the fans. I'm not pushing no narrative. I asked the question, and it has also been proven. If you look at the fight again, Loma wasn't hitting him with no double left hands. When you look at as many times as you see Timothy Bradley saying he hit him with a triple left hand, it was BS. Right. We called it, that wasn't facts. Timothy Bradley was actually making up stories, and it got so bad. So Timothy Bradley said, "Oh, he's about to open up on Devin right now. He gonna hit him." And then it took Ward to say, "Yeah, but he didn't hit him." And Timothy Bradley said, "Not yet." You see him? You can't go off of that. That's not cool. And we never seen Tank nor Shakur fight the level of Lomachenko. Nobody have never walked through Lomachenko. If you're gonna say Devin Haney performance was a lackluster, then you have to say Teofimo Lopez performance was a lackluster because it was almost the same rounds, round for round, until they turned up. So, folks, there's not a narrative around Devin Haney. What we're saying is as a fan, I can say I have sour grapes. I can say that. I can't
how can we speak to another man's intentions, though, brother?
If a fighter didn't fight at their prime, I have every right to say, dang, this would have been a better fight 2 years ago where nobody could have said, oh, you waited till he was weight drained. That's all.
All right. I got a question.
Go ahead, Hulk, real quick. Go ahead.
All right, now let's say that Tank waited and he saw the fight. And he saw that he was weight drained, and now he want to call him out.
Okay.
Right. Well, let's say that. So if they fight at 135, Tank beat him. You saying that it would be diminished?
Invalid.
Right? Invalid.
I'm saying that that's going to give Devin Haney fans an scapegoat.
Okay. Now.
But it's also giving them an advantage. I'm gonna let him finish. I'm gonna mute.
All right. So my next question is, what if he don't fight Tank next? He fights Shakur at 135, and Shakur beat him. Would it be diminished?
I'm being honest with you. Anyone he fights at that weight right now, it wouldn't be as heavy for Shakur because Shakur wasn't pretty much eluding him. He was at a different weight class. So if he fights Shakur and he actually wins, or Shakur actually wins, it's not the same thing as Tank. He was chasing Tank for 3 years. Then Tank turned around and wanted to fight him. Shakur just got there. So it's not Shakur's fault that he just got to 135 when Haney have to exit.
If that's the case,
here's my question. So if it don't diminish Shakur, then it can't diminish Tank because the 135 is still 135.
It's not the same storyline. Shakur did not move up. Shakur's body was fine at 130 until it's not the same storyline.
Brother, Shakur's been being called a weight bully for years, for 2 years.
But listen what I'm saying. It's not about Shakur. It's not about Shakur. The point I'm making is, it can't diminish Tank without diminishing Shakur.
Was Devin Haney chasing Shakur at the lower weight class?
I'm gonna say what I'm trying to say. This is why I don't think it's about the weight, because it can't diminish Tank and not diminish Shakur, because Shakur was calling Haney out before this Loma fight as well, right? After he saw what happened, he hopped in the ring.
Right.
While I'm saying it can't diminish, it shouldn't diminish neither one of them, because it don't matter which one he fight. He still got to make 135. Mm-hmm. If it diminished Tank, it got to diminish Shakur. It has to. Regardless if Shakur was at a lower weight and not calling him out, and you saying that Tank waited to after he saw that he was weight drained, it don't matter. You still got to make 135. So if it diminishes Tank, then it got to diminish Shakur too.
I hear what you're saying.
But that's just part of the business. That's business.
This is the story behind. Hold on, wait. Let me address him real quick, and then I'll go to you guys. This is the story behind it. Shakur just got up to 135. Shakur even said it out of his own mouth. If Devin need to move up, if he fight me at 135, it's gonna be bad for him. So he knows that. You see what I'm saying? Shakur said that out of his own mouth. If you ever heard me on the chat, I always say, if him and Shakur was to fight, it look good, folks. If him and Shakur was to fight, I would prefer them at a higher weight class. Both of them healthy. They can get along. We can enjoy the fight. What I'm saying is it's different with Tank because Tank and Devin was in the same weight class. They were in the same weight class. Tank was calling out, Devin was calling out Tank. And now Tank turned around and wants to pursue Devin on his way out. It's a difference there. There's an innate difference. Shakur is at a lower weight class.
Okay.
So
hold on. So does that mean? Hold on. So that means according to Haney fans, I guess Shakur and Tank, they got to move up in weight in order to fight him to make it count to the Haney fans. Is what you saying?
No, they saying only Tank got to move up, not Shakur. That's what I got a problem with.
To move up.
So we can't please the Haney
I'm not
fans.
saying
We
Tank
can't
has
please
to do
them.
anything. I'm asking a question. I'm saying, why did you dodge a man that was in your same weight class for years? Hear me. Y'all telling me I'm saying stuff. I'm not saying anything. I'm asking a question. Now y'all ducking questions because none of y'all answer my question.
You're not answering the question. You answering the question with a question.
I'm about to cook. I get off. Now, you see what I'm saying? I don't let y'all answer your questions.
I'm ready for it.
Let me get off. I'm in my Loma, 10th and 11th round, right? Why did Tank not address a man in his division chasing him with a belt? Now he's undisputed and he's about to leave. Why did Tank duck him for 2.5 years? That's my question.
Are we sure that's on Tank though? Are we sure that
man,
that's
why
on
did
Tank?
Listen, I don't want to hear nothing about no bureaucracy. Why did Tank duck Devin Haney after he had already stated that he wanted to fight Devin Haney?
How did he duck him?
Yeah, how exactly did he duck him?
He didn't pursue him.
But you know you can call people.
He did not have the energy that he has now.
Tank can face the base.
Would you say
did Devin pursue Tank? Did Devin send the contract?
You ain't answering my question. Why
did Devin send the contract?
Hold on. Why he can't? He's not the A side. Tank is the A side. Tank send the contract.
Here we go, bro.
Tank send the. No, you can't do that.
Nothing's on Devin. Nothing's on Devin ever.
I got a
undisputed champion. He undisputed champion. Nothing's ever on Devin.
I agree with you.
Who sends the contract?
A side. I agree with you. Okay, so would you say Thurman duck Spence?
Come on, man. We know Thurman ducks.
Let's do it. So you think he ducked him?
I think so. I think so.
Okay, would you say Crawford duck Spence?
Nah, I just think the money was the issue with that.
Because Crawford was calling out Spence since he had moved up to 147.
No, I got you, but I'm saying I just think it was the money was the issue with that. The money.
So okay, so do you think that because of the different networks, that's why Tank and Haney didn't fight? Because you see what I'm saying? You can call people name out all you want.
I ain't said it's the network.
That's what you said 15 minutes ago.
Right.
Because that's what you said. You said they on different sides of the street.
Because we all understand in boxing, you can say names all day.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's nothing. You can call out whoever you want.
Exactly.
That don't mean you're pursuing someone. You're just calling their
brother.
name.
You just said 15 minutes ago that they were on different sides of the street. That's not an easy fight.
You asked me why didn't he jump in? No, Fo, you know what you like to do, but Fo, you good. But
you doing the same thing to me. We do the same thing to each other. We real good at this. We do the same thing to each other.
Fo gotta have like 5 side chicks. Boy, he know how to miss context.
He
know how to
wipe
miss
right
context.
up, man.
You can't get me like that, man. Hey, Fo, let me reiterate what you said, Fo. No, don't. I'm messing with you, Fo. I'm messing with you. Hey, Miss Fo, I'm messing with you. What I'm saying is, Fo, you just tried to put that in my mouth. Fo, you said, why didn't Devin Haney jump in the ring?
It's the same thing, though.
Hold on, cause Fo, you a player. Fo. He said, why didn't Devin Haney jump in the ring? I said he can't jump in the ring, man. He's not on the same network.
Right,
you know him and Lomo on the same network. They gonna jump in the ring. Bob gonna get
paid. But that's the same thing he's saying though. That's what
no, he did not, man.
It's listen. It's correlation between that. It's correlation between that. The reason.
Look, be tricking people, man. Nah, Fo, you funny, man. You won't get me with that, man. Man, Fo, you will not get me with that, man. Cut it out, man. Yeah, go ahead. I think it was the money thing with Terrence and
I personally don't think Tank was ducking him. I don't think he was ducking.
Nah, he wasn't ducking. I just like I
Nobody's
said, man.
ducking nobody. It's the fans, bro. That's what
No,
I'm saying.
Haney
It's the
not ducking
fans.
Tank
Tell me,
either.
hold on. Wait, let me go. Let me talk to my brother Pressure. Why wasn't he ducking him? Why do you think he wasn't ducking him?
I just feel like the politics wasn't right. I just feel like contrast.
No, I'm saying not what you feel. I'm saying like if a brother is calling you out, he's inside of your same weight class. You said that you want him next. The fighters are the boss. The fighters get to tell people who they want to fight. Over and over, we have heard the biggest wigs say, if the fighters truly want to make the fight, then we can make the fight. Tank said he wanted to make the fight. Why didn't he make the fight with Devin Haney?
Which is why I said I feel, because I don't know the behind the scenes. I don't know how the negotiations. I don't know how it went.
So that's why I said feelings can be so nebulous. They can go everywhere, right?
Yeah.
What makes us intellectuals is that we take the data that's presented with us and then we looked at the observable reality. That's it, right? We know
they both said they want to fight each other. The data I got is they both said they wanted
to fight each other, like Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, with them actually having the possibility. Let me say this for folks, this is not for y'all. With them having the possibility of doing it on the same network, because folks slick. So with them having the possibility of doing it on the same network, if two fighters want to fight each other and their network was to agree to, to make the fight happen, why wouldn't Tank pursue Devin like he said he would? That's all I'm saying. We not doing no feelings, because if I do feelings, then we're gonna be on this panel all night.
How long?
Which is why I said I think. Which is why I said I think it's all behind the scenes. I think it's behind this negotiations. It's probably, I don't know what's going on, what's being said. I don't know who.
Devin Haney said he's the A side. Devin Haney said he can have the most money. Devin Haney said he'll be the B side. Devin Haney said he can get everything. He just want to fight. This is when he.
And Devin said he'll do it at 135 as well.
Man, listen.
It's his fans.
What was Tank's public response to that?
What was Tank's public response? Was said that after he fight George Kambosos, he wants to fight him next. You, Devin Haney, I'm not out my contract. He meant to say he wasn't in his contract. You can go and see that. That was his public response.
Right. But I'm saying it's simple why they didn't fight back then. It's simple.
Man,
it's
see, y'all got some energy.
Hold on.
They didn't fight because he jumped in the ring with Lomachenko.
Hold on. I'm gonna give you the answer. It's very simple. The answer is very simple. It's the same reason why Spence and Crawford is just now fighting. You can call people out all you want. A lot of these fights, you have to let it sever. You gotta let it sever.
Come on, man.
Hold on.
Oh no, man. Come on, man.
Think about it.
Are you serious?
Hold on. Let me tell you. Be real. I'm gonna be real.
Wow.
You gotta let stuff sever.
That is a big fight.
Hold on. Hold on.
Oh man.
I'm gonna tell you.
That's what you're trying to do right now.
Hey, Hulk, you had Hulk, you got out. See if you can come back in. See if you can come back up. He had he dropped out.
They trying to buy Devin time, man.
Huh?
That man called his name. Y'all trying to buy that time now. He knocking now.
Man. You wow. You know how this
Look,
get, man.
You hear this?
Look. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, this dope.
Do your thing, man.
He beating at the door. He knocking at the door now, man.
Do you think Devin Haney would have beat Pitbull Cruz?
Yeah.
Easily.
I think he would have beat Pitbull Cruz in the same fashion that that Tank would have had to do. You got to stay on the outside with Pitbull Cruz and box him.
Pitbull would have never got close to Devin. Devin would have sock him, bopped his head.
I think the only people that can beat Tank is the only people that can beat Shakur, and the only people that can beat Devin is those three. That's who we're talking about. Those three. Yeah, top three. I agree with Focazy with that. It's rare, but we agreed on something.
No, we be agreeing on a lot. Y'all don't be hearing me, bro, because y'all don't. I'm not gonna say that y'all don't like the fact that I'm a Tank fan.
We love the fact that you're a Tank fan, man. You come with good work.
Yeah, I like to be. I try to be as subjective as possible, bro. Like for everybody.
You said what? What you just say? What man? Fo be like. Hey, y'all gotta catch Fo, man. Fo slick. Man.
I try to be as subjective for everybody as I can, man. Honestly, and I say this for the chat. I want to say this on every time I come up here. It's not that I dislike Devin Haney. I don't dislike Devin Haney. I dislike the fans and how Bill Haney be talking. That's it. I don't have a problem with Devin Haney.
Well, you don't have to like what Bill say. You know that.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, he's.
I actually enjoy what
Yeah.
when I and it's not a problem with Bill being confident in Devin.
You're right.
But I don't have an issue with that. It's like it just be some other stuff, man. It be the B words.
Like what? I mean, what
the,
else?
The B words and stuff like that, like calling other fighters out their name. Like he not a fighter. You feel what I'm saying? He can't be touched. I just feel like that's going a little bit too far.
Oh, come on, man. Cut it out, man.
Look, the fighters
Man.
being fighters, it's one thing. Look, when a fighter saying about another fighter, that's one thing. But when it's the trainer and the fathers and stuff like that talk, because Calvin Ford don't talk like that. Kenny Ellis don't talk like that.
No, that's not his style. I like this style. That's not his style.
Yeah, it's real. And I ain't saying that every man gonna be the same and things like that. That's my only issue. That's what I don't like. But other than that,
but then if you juxtapose that, right?
He's elite.
But then if you juxtapose that, that's just taste. Some people don't like the fact that Devin don't say nothing. He can't have a father that don't say nothing. But you got Tank, who Tank rowdy. You don't know what's gonna come out of Tank mouth. And then you have that polar opposite in his coach. So there's usually a duality with two different type of people. You usually have somebody that's a little bit more of a firehead. Okay, Hope said it logged him out. I want to see him come back in. Let me get the link back up for you. You usually have two people that are usually homeboys. You usually have one that'll be like ice, and they'll be like cold, more of a silent type, and then you have one type that's a little bit more of a buck wild type. If you look at the duality with Calvin Ford, he's the cold side. He's ice. He's cool. He's collective. Tank, you don't know what Tank gonna do. That pit bull, you don't want to let him off the leash. You don't know what he's gonna do, right? You see what I'm saying? Devin is the more cool. He's ice to Bill's fire. That's just how it is, man. That's just how it is, man. Tank will put some stuff on Twitter, man. They have to take it down because he's so buck wild sometimes. You see what I'm saying? So I don't let that get until you know, if fighters want to fight each other, what did the actual fighters say and what did the actual fighters do? I don't believe, folks, that Devin Haney fans are ducking at all. I just believe that, you know, for me, and I can definitely say for me, it's a sour taste in my mouth. I'm being honest with you. I would have preferred this fight to happen 2 years ago. I'm gonna be real with you. Even with Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, it's a sour taste in my mouth. I wanted this fight to happen last year. I'm talking about I really wanted it to happen. Let me tell you what it's like. You at that auntie house that you know that can cook. You know she can throw down. But y'all at her house for Thanksgiving. You look at the time. Oh, okay. Boy, I ain't eat. You know what I'm saying? It's about 10 o'clock. You know, Thanksgiving is about to be served. It's 11 o'clock. Woo, I'm hungry. My stomach's starting to growl a little bit. 12 o'clock. Your stomach touching your back. You hungry. It's like, I am hungry. I'm going to tear this thing up. 1 o'clock. We still waiting on people to come. Oh, we're waiting on your cousin Earl and stuff like that. Man, about 2 o'clock. Man, you ain't even hungry no more. You done got your hunger headache. You mad. You upset. The food's still good. Don't get it wrong. Your auntie can throw down. The food's still good, but you so mad eating it. You looking at your cousins. You know, you need Tylenol. You need, you know, all type of, you know, for your hunger headache. So that's how I feel, folks. It's not that I don't have the same energy. You know what I'm saying? Just like,
but Spence is doing it. That's why. That's the only reason That's the only reason I'm gonna agree to disagree, because Spence is doing it. No matter how late it is, Spence is coming back down to 147, which I don't. But we never seen that. We never seen Devin Haney. We're assuming that Devin is going to turn this down. If Devin Haney take this fight, we need to give him the same respect that we give Spence. That's it. I'm not gonna call him a duck. I'm not gonna call him a duck if he don't take the fight and he ends up going up to fight Regis Prograis. That'll be stupid and childish to call him a duck. That'll be an ultimate casual fan move to call him a duck for moving up to fight Regis Prograis. We already knowing that it's already been in the works for him to move up to 140. The only thing I disagree with, I don't believe that Tank watched the fight with him and Lomachenko and was like, oh, yeah, he struggled to make weight. I'm going to get him right now. That's not what happened. What I saw from watching that fight is I saw holes. I saw Devin be a little bit vulnerable. I heard Devin even in the corner, you know, telling his father he knows what I'm doing and things like that. So I do want to see him against the ultimate guy in Tank Davis, fight him and see how he, you know, after what he just got, after the experience with Lomachenko, you know, they're not gonna fight for another 4 to 6 months. So he got time enough to realize, like, whatever was bothering him in the ring with Lomachenko, and to get in there with Tank and correct those mistakes. I just want to see a great fight. I don't care if it happens at 135. I don't care if it happens at 140. All I know is that I'm not gonna make no excuses for my fighter. If Tank if Tank go up to 140 and lose to Devin, that's not gonna bother me. I just want to see a great fight.
Hey, watch this. Pressure. What did I just say? I said I wanted it to happen 2 years ago, so Devin Haney fans could not have no excuse that Devin Haney was on his way out and you fought him when he was drained. Remember that?
Yep.
So we're in agreement. We don't want no excuses with these fights. These fights are so precious. We want these fighters to get their just due, and we want them to get their full credit.
Yeah, but let's not say that Tank is targeting him because of the weight. That's not true.
No, I never said Tank is targeting him because of weight. I said, why is Tank targeting him now?
Because Devin has been calling his name.
Hold on, folks. Let's just get that understood. I said, why is Tank in hot pursuit of him now that he can't make the weight that it seems like to me, and it's observable reality. We said we're going to take in data. It's observable that it's way harder for him to make this weight now when he was calling him out at a healthier weight. Why? Why would he do this now when we could have had a better Devin Haney and arguably a better fight because he would have been healthier 2 years ago, or when he actually had stated that he was going to fight Devin Haney? That's all I'm saying. That's a question that's fair for me to ask because this is a fight I've been wanting for so long. And now that I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to say I feel because I don't know, right? And now that I feel like Devin can't, make the weight no more, it seems to me Tank see that and he see vulnerability. That's why I said I think it's both. I think he's seeing openings with Devin Haney versus Loma, which is an elite fighter and nobody walked through, right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And he's also see Devin is that Devin has to move up. He never moved up.
Did we drop the link for Hulk?
Let me see if it's there. A lot of people want the link. Let me text her.
I think
the Haney fans got realized.
I'm gonna give y'all some room in a little bit, brother, and let everybody else cook out because I don't want to take
sure thing. Hold on 1 second. 1 second before you do that. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Hold on.
I think the Haney fans got to realize he would have lost any weight, 35 or 40.
Hey, the chat been on something lately. Like I got Dub 720. All I've been seeing is narrative exposed in the chat. I'm trying to moderate while we on here too.
Fair enough. The thing is, Pressure, you said that you think Tank would have lost. I mean, you think Devin would have lost at any weight. That's what we wanted to see, though. We wanted to see this 2 years ago. You see what I'm saying? You can say that because you're a Tank fan, and that's perfectly fine.
I'm a fan of both. I'm a fan of the whole.
We wanted to see Floyd versus Manny Pacquiao 5 years before it happened.
Before it happened, you see what I'm saying? Now it just leaves sour grapes in your mouth, man. And I'm going to say that.
So that fight did leave sour grapes in your mouth. Floyd versus Pacquiao, right?
Hey guys, the link is in the chat. I know some people had asked for the link to come up. Go ahead and hit the link. And you will be invited into the chat as well. No, Devin Haney was calling Tank out around 2 years ago. Yes, that's 100% right. Somebody said I'm making excuses.
A-side logged me out because I was about to cook, man.
Oh man, that's the narrative they're gonna go with. That's a good narrative, bro. It sounds good.
Nah, I'm messing with you.
It sounds good. That's a good one.
I'm messing with you, bro.
Hey, put it like this. That narrative on paper sound real good, man. A-side logged me out.
Hey, Armstrong.
Nah,
what's going on, man?
I ain't gonna smut your name.
My fault. Hey, A-side.
What's up, man?
You think Devin gonna beat Tank, bro?
I like for it to be a good fight, and I'm gonna edge it in Devin's favorite.
You want to bet,
bro?
Now I don't bet on fights.
You want to bet? No. You want to bet?
Hey, I don't believe in peer pressure, so you can go ahead, man. You knock yourself out, man.
Do you want to bet?
You can't move me, man. You can't move me.
Capping for the last.
Man, hey, ain't no cap in my head.
That's
ain't no cap on my head.
You want to bet,
you
bro.
got hair. You sleep with a cap on.
No, bro. Do you want to bet?
Nah,
do you want to
nah,
bet?
ain't no cap on my head. I'm bald. You sleep with a cap on, man. Look at that good hair you got. Boy, you got some good hair.
Do you want to bet?
I don't do that. I don't play like that. I don't
you
bet.
don't want to bet?
No, I don't bet. I don't bet.
You don't bet.
Nah, but I like Devin.
I know a fighter gonna win.
I
ain't got no problem betting.
Knock yourself out, man.
Man, you know, man. Hey, look. Ain't no wrong with loving Devin Haney. I like Devin Haney myself.
No, I like Devin.
No. You hear me? No. We're not about to act like he not gonna knock that boy head off. Stop lying,
man. I like
man.
Devin over Tank.
He knocking his head off, man.
Call it what you want.
You
I like Devin over Tank. I ain't betting on nobody. Yeah, I like Devin over Tank and I ain't betting on nobody.
You know Tank
I love when all I gotta do is sit back.
Devin over Tank and I ain't betting on nobody. I ain't betting on nobody. I bet you one thing I won't bet. I won't bet if it was scoring. I don't care who.
You know he gonna knock his head off.
Yeah, nah, boy. Nah, I ain't even watching the fight. I don't care what's going on. I'm not even thinking. I'm just thinking of getting my money. Yeah, nah, that's. I don't like to bet. I don't gamble.
So, all right.
Yeah, I don't gamble. I don't believe in that.
So you got all this belief in Devin. Why not gamble?
Hey, man, do what you want to do, man. I swear to God, I don't believe in peer pressure. I promise you
Tank ain't losing to no Devin Armstrong.
I promise
you can try to say Devin all this. He a good fighter, but it's levels.
Nah, I like Devin. We ain't see Tank fight Loma.
Man,
y'all don't want to see. We know what we just said gonna happen to Loma last night. What did we say?
What they say?
He put that man to sleep. He sent him to the quantum realm, bro. He going to sleep, bro.
In the quantum realm.
After what I saw him.
Hey, what they say, folks?
They sent him to the quantum realm. His soul gonna leave his body.
Blue said if Tank push him, he gonna see army fatigue handprints.
I'm telling you.
They wild for that. But
so
we
program.
Them fights.
Devin beat Regis Pro Grade.
That's a good fight.
I don't see Devin beating Shakur, Regis, or Tank. I don't see Devin winning none of his next fights. Knock
yourself out.
Because he can't punch, bro.
You should be a millionaire. You should be a millionaire by Devin Ford fight.
Bro, I don't care what he
is. Whoa. You should be a millionaire by Devin next fight. You got to bet it all.
Bro, listen.
I'm saying, bet it all.
Bro,
why you
I know you team Haney, bro.
Bet it all. You should be a millionaire by time. You got odds that's better than the lottery right now. You just said you don't see Devin winning his next fight. You should be a millionaire.
He can't punch, bro. He can't punch.
Okay, knock yourself out.
Hey,
you ain't my fault, bro. Don't get mad at me. You gonna be balling.
Because your favorite fighter can't punch, bro. That ain't my
fault. You gotta understand. My top three fighters is Devin, Shakur, and Tank. When you say my favorite fight, these are the guys I want to see fight. But Devin,
Captain saying Devin got a chance against Tank. You know he has no chance.
Yeah, I like him.
He ain't got no chance at all, man.
I like Devin.
The only person
all y'all in here, and I'm telling you, I like Devin.
And Shakur really ain't got a chance for real. Because he ain't fought nobody. He's too wet behind the ears. Tank gonna knock his head off too. He gonna knock his head off too. You got weight training in the morning. You gotta go. Hey, you gotta work out in the morning, man. You gotta work. You tired from your workout this morning. You know you gotta work out. Hey, you know you gotta work out. Was on here. Go put your cap on, man. Look. Hey, go put your cap on. You got girls in here. You sleep with the cap on. Blue kept it real today on 3 videos today. I was mad at Blue for about a week. He kept it real. He kept it real for 3 videos. Y'all know. What do you say? What do you say? Devin head and Shakur got a chance, but he too wet behind the ears. He ain't got enough spirit. He gonna knock his head out too. Tank 28. Them little boys to him. Y'all know that. Stop lying on here. All right, y'all. I'm out.
You're a good sport, man. You're a good sport.
Hey, Will. You can't come in and get off like that and burn out, brother.
I love Will. What'd you say?
Will came in and got off and jumped off.
Oh, shit. That's the narrative y'all gonna spend. I ain't worried about that. Go ahead, brother. Brother, I can't see your name, man. What's your name? Down left-hand corner. What's your name?
Brother Talib.
Brother Talib. What's up, man?
Oh, what's going on? All right. I'm just here just observing right now. I just found out that my homeboy Terrence Crawford out of Nebraska finna fight on the 29th.
You got them gangsters gonna fight on the 29th.
Yeah. I already talked to somebody. They say they finna go out to Vegas and see the fight.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah. So
what you got on this topic, man?
Well, man, I'm just glad that Bud Crawford finna fight Spence. You know what I'm saying? Even though it took like 4 or 5 years to make it happen, you know, because of all these crazy politics going on in boxing with the promoters and the networks and all that stuff. But now that he's a free agent and he's no longer with Top Rank, you know, I'm glad to see Crawford get in there and showcase his skills.
Same here.
You know, because I mean, I truly, even though Errol Spence is a hard hitter and he can fight, but it's a questionable decision that I still don't think he should have won, and that was against Sean Porter. But that's for another day and another time. But I feel that if Crawford stick to his game plan and don't get in the inside with him, you know what I'm saying? Because Errol Spence is a technician on the inside. He keep that jab, you know, in his face,
and he's gonna come forward
and just use his lateral movement. I think he gonna beat Errol Spence.
Who you think got a better jab, Spence or Crawford?
I'm gonna have to say Crawford, and the reason I say
his jab is heavy and it's long. I like
what?
The reason I say Crawford's jab is better than Spence because Crawford hits you accurately. Once he get that jab started,
right,
ain't no stopping him. We seen what happened against K.O. Brook with that jab, even though K.O. Brook was, you know what I'm saying, kind of, you know, testing him. But once he got that jab started, it was all over with, you know. So,
I want to go around the panel. So it seems like you got Terrence. Who you got, 4K, and Spence versus Crawford, and why?
I got Spence, and I got Spence because of his endurance. I got Spence coming forward, and I got Spence. I got Spence utilizing the jab and getting stronger throughout the fight. I just don't think that. I think it's a tough fight when you're going into the later rounds against Spence. You know, most fighters, they kind of wind down a little bit and things like that, and then you got fighters like Spence. And I'm sorry, I got to bring this name back up. I'm gonna leave it in the past in a little bit. Tank. You got fighters that start up. The thing is, Spence can go from round 1 all the way to round 12.
So you just saying they keep it
stronger, and taking punches and dishing it back out. He's a very, very, very strong fighter, and I think that's what makes him dangerous. Like the full 12 rounds, I think he can pull it off.
Well, who you got pressure in that fight?
That's a tough fight. That's a tough fight.
That's tough.
Tough fight.
It won't be tough.
I'm really not sure yet.
You're not sure? Okay.
I'm not sure yet.
I'm not sure. What you got, Hope? Well, who you got in that fight?
Spence gonna break his eye socket. I'm gonna say he gonna break 2 ribs.
Hey, what's your name? The one that's the host of this show?
A-Side.
A-Side. Hey, I don't mean to get up too far off a topic, but man, what's up with this cat Teofimo talking about he want to kill Josh Taylor, man? I mean, this cat been saying some real unorthodox stuff, man, lately.
You know, Teo is a fighter that's going through a identity crisis, and we're seeing it in real time. And it's sad, really, because this is a form of mental illness that he has. You know, Teo could be a much better fighter. We all can see the fighter and the potential that Teofimo has. And I think deep down inside, Teofimo know it. But his father is not the person, in my opinion, to bring that potential to light. You see what I'm saying? To cause that potential to go kinetic. And then, you know,
I'm kind of, not to cut you off, but I'm kind of concerned, man. I'm really kind of concerned. The reason I'm kind of concerned about this, because you talking about you want to kill a fighter. You see what I'm saying? Literally, and I mean, let's say if something do like that happen. You
No, I
know what
mean,
I'm saying?
What
That
I don't
Tyson
think he
is saying
meant it.
worse.
yeah, some fighters want to hurt each other because
Yeah,
you know
like
they. I
Deontay
mean,
Wilder always say he want to
yeah,
kick somebody
they
in the
weight
ring.
drain, they're weight drained and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They're not themselves. They're irritable, so they're gonna say things like that. The thing is, Teofimo is saying things that are off the cuff now when he's in training and outside of training. You know, that's what's concerning me. You get what I'm saying? Like usually fighters that say stuff that's crazy, they drain, they they irritable. There's a reason. There's a rhyme or reason, right?
Right.
Teofimo saying this stuff, outside of that. So that's where it's a little bit concerning.
Yeah, man, because I didn't watch fighters die in the ring. I didn't watch them live on TV over the years die in the ring, you know, and for people just to come out and say stuff like that, you know, and knowing Teofimo's background,
right.
you know, if I was them commissions, I'd be looking at that
I don't think they
closely.
mean it. I just think I don't think they mean it. I just think it's just things that fighters just say. You see what I'm saying? You got and Earl and Spence fight. Oh, you said he gonna break his ass socket.
Yeah, so this is why I think Spence
How
gonna
do you see the
win.
fight going?
I think with Spence punching output, I think he's gonna win because of his punching output. I think he's gonna win because of his jab. I would say, and so sometimes I'll be like, okay, well, what can Crawford do? So if Crawford use his jab and use his distance, he could win. But the problem is Crawford's not gonna stick to the game plan because when he starts getting popped, he's gonna be trying to be a dog because he is a dog.
Yeah,
his
he's a
dog
dog.
gonna come out and he gonna go. He basically gonna go where the sharks are. He gonna start playing Spence game.
Yeah.
And then Spence gonna punish him.
Did you see my assessment yesterday? Were you here yesterday when I broke down how I felt about that?
I watched the playback.
It was extremely similar to what you said. If Terrence Crawford can be disciplined for 12 rounds, he can edge it in his favor. You know, just because of the quality of boxer he is. I don't see him doing that. I don't see him doing that. And shout out to my brother. It looks like Trey Hampton. He said he got T.O. by KO. So salute. I mean, if T.O. can be the old T.O., he was. I like T.O., but Josh Taylor is nobody.
Josh gonna beat
Hit that mute, brother.
Oh, my bad.
No, you okay? You good? You good?
I got Josh. Yeah. I think Josh gonna beat him.
You think Josh gonna beat him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think T.O.'s gonna need to be the old T.O. He's gonna need to be confident in himself.
And that ain't happening, bro.
It just been shaky lately.
Yeah.
Who's that? Sandor Martin he just fought?
Sandor Martin. And the thing is,
he hasn't been the same, and he's been talking crazy since
then. We didn't see a good Sandor Martin because he broke Sandor Martin's nose, I think, in the first round.
Yeah.
Sandor Martin
was being cautious that whole fight. We didn't really see him get off. We didn't see the same Sandor Martin against Mikey Garcia.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we really don't know. Teofimo won that fight, but it wasn't the old. He was chasing him. He wasn't.
But did he win to you?
Yeah, he won because he was the more aggressive. He was pressing the fight. He was throwing. He won because of his work rate. He didn't win because of how.
Just based off you saying that, I'm gonna rewatch it. But I thought Sandor Martin won that fight.
I like Sandor Martin better. But if you look at it, Sandor Martin was hard to hit because he kept moving. Of course, he was catching with pot shots. That can't win the fight. That can't win the fight all the time when the guys, he's pressing you, he's aggressive. I think Teofimo got knocked down. They didn't count it in that fight.
They didn't count it. That's what happened. That's exactly what I was about to say.
They didn't count. If they would have counted that knockdown, Teofimo would have lost that fight.
And it was a knockdown, though. That's what's crazy.
Yeah, it was. That was a knockdown. What you think about that, Hawk? Was that a knockdown to you?
That
was a knockdown.
I thought it was a knockdown.
I said the same thing.
Because they played it over several times.
Yeah.
Hey, and that's the thing with boxing, right? Y'all notice this? Like, we got replay now, but what the hell does replay matter? We don't even go. We just stick with the first call, and that's it. Sometimes the first call can be wrong. You see what I'm saying? With Rolly Romero, the way the ref stopped that fight, I would have thought, Rolly was landing on him. But when they played the replay, I'm like, he really made one shot.
He wasn't. Yeah,
that's like the Longman Haney fight.
Right.
We had to replay a lot of those punches and things like
right,
that.
Right.
Things wasn't what we saw.
You was able to see the technician that Devin was with going to that body and going and
Yeah.
and the punches that Loma was missing. I mean, Loma's hard to look good against Loma because he's an elite. It's gonna be hard to look good against Loma, Shakur, Tank, and Devin because they're elite. You see what I'm saying? So it's gonna be harder. It's not gonna be.
I think Tank will make the Loma fight look easier.
Man, hey man, boy,
he's gonna sleep him, bro. 7 rounds.
Last night. Y'all was in the chat. Bro was in the chat last night.
He gonna sleep him 7 rounds, bro. I'm telling you
right now. About 7?
Yeah, I don't think, and I don't think that. I would like to see Tank fight Loma just to even throw that name on his resume so we can cut all the comparisons between him and Devin. But I honestly, Loma impressed me so much that I don't want to see him get slipped by Tank.
See,
I do.
I don't want to see it happen.
The thing is, Loma is a come forward fighter, right? And Tank almost needs you to come forward. And I'm gonna come to you next. Tank needs you to come forward because he don't come forward. Tank is like Loma's style is tailor made for Tank to knock him out.
Armstrong. I watched the playback last night, right? I forgot that it was playback and I thought it was live. So when you had said Tank needs you to come forward, I'll try to go in the chat and yell at you, but I forgot that it wasn't live. So my thing is, I disagree. To me personally, Tank really isn't. He struggles on his back foot. Now he may catch you with like a check hook, or he'll catch you coming in. But if you look at the Barrios fight and a lot of those fights, even with Leo Santa Cruz, remember when he was going backwards, he looked really uncomfortable to me.
Right.
And Barrios popped him. That's why.
To me, he looks better when he's stalking you. When he's being stalked, he struggles a little bit.
You think so?
That's
I like him on since I seen him against Santa Cruz. You see what I'm saying? Since I seen him against Santa Cruz, that's when I realized how good he was on his back foot. Like from that Santa Cruz fight on down, I'm like, this guy's really, really good on his back foot.
Romero
with Rolly, that was
right. Rolly's just dumb and he don't recognize when he's being suckered in. He's just not a good boxer. That's all that was.
Ryan was a joke. I mean, come on, man. Honestly, I'm gonna be real. This is controversial. I think Rolly Romero did better against Tank than Ryan did. Hold on, we're gonna address that. We're gonna address that too. Hey, what you got to add to the conversation, man? What you got? I can't see your name, so you're gonna have to tell me your name.
That's Rollo Green, man. Speaking on
what's up, man?
Speaking on the Tank situation. Tank he's elite. He's that dude, man. But his whole career has been cherry picked, man. Let's be honest, man. Mayweather, Al Haymon,
we got one.
I mean, look at Rolly and Ryan Garcia. Inexperienced. Right. You see the mistakes they made.
Right.
He's 28 years old. He shouldn't be fighting fighters that inexperienced. Look at Hector Garcia moving up to fight him with only 16. He's too old to be fighting fighters with that inexperience. You see what I'm saying? So either he's fighting inexperienced fighters, and the reason why you say he didn't look good against Santa Cruz or Barrios off the back foot, because straight up boxing, when he's a little guy with them taller guys, he has problems. This is where Mayweather and Al Haymon come in when they dehydrate Mario Barrios. So we'll get him in the 10th. You just stick in there with what we taught you. When he slow down and have to stay stationed, you counter and knock him out. And that's what Tank does. He catches slow feet Mexican, and in the late when they get tired, he hits him with that counter, man. He does have problems going off his back foot until he knows you stationed and can't get away. And now all he got to do is stop and slip one and catch you it. And then not to mention that he got that power that's going to knock a level off of your ass if this is a video game. If you got A+ defense, when you catch that motherfucking 8th round punch.
Hey, Rollo,
keep it clean. Keep it clean.
We're gonna keep it clean. Out of respect for Blue the platform in the chat.
Okay. My apologies. Excuse my language. Yeah, but he got that power that'll knock you from an A+ to a B- when he hits you. Your defense ain't as good. So he's everything we think he is. But Mayweather and them been guiding his career, and he's the face of boxing. Ain't got a belt. Ain't had a belt in years.
What y'all got to say on that? Do you feel like his resume is making his talent seem greater than what it really is?
I'm gonna take that with a grain of salt.
Okay.
Tank has fought great fighters. Like we keep saying, Santa Cruz, Barrios, Pedraza. He got a couple of names on his resume, and like I said, I'm gonna take what he just said with a grain of salt because at this stage he's right. Tank shouldn't be fighting guys like Rolly Romero or Hector Garcia. But in regards to Ryan Garcia, like bro, the guy was calling his name for 2+ years. All the fans called for the fight to happen. He got what he wanted.
So was Devin.
I had been saying the whole time. I had been saying that I didn't feel like that Ryan was ready for Tank, and I also
deserving
said that.
No, I remember what you say. You say you feel like Ryan is not deserving of a Tank fight. I remember that.
He's not deserving it, and he could have got hurt real bad in that fight.
Fair enough.
Tank. So
Pressure. What you think? Do you think Tank's resume have made him look like a better fighter than what he really is, or it don't really matter?
Yeah, you could say it's some truth to that, but I still feel like the talent's there. You could just see the talent.
Yeah.
Fair enough. What you think, Hulk?
Heck no, man. What are y'all talking about? What are we?
The brother asked the brother said made a good statement. He said that Tank's resume at this point in time should not be against no Rolly Romero's and should not be against no Ryan Garcia's or no Hector Garcia's. It should be against top tier talent.
Okay, so who's Haney's biggest names on his resume?
It would be Loma, Joseph Jojo Diaz, Jorge Linares, and
you're curious.
For me, what count is Cambosis.
It would be Cambosis.
You're curious whatever his name is.
Okay.
Not Uriokas. I mean, Uriokas Gamboa by the time. But yeah, I got Linares. I got Joseph Jojo Diaz. These are solid opponents.
Solid.
Cambosis, and then we got Loma.
I don't think Cambosis belong on that list.
All right.
Now Cambosis is solid.
I mean, put him on there. He had the belt.
Yeah,
put him on there.
No, not only he had the belt, he beat Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah,
we can't just walk past that. He beat Mickey Bay, and he beat another world champion. Like
beat Lee Shelby.
Lee Shelby. Like he's not. He put it like this. If I'm putting Cambosis against Rolly and Ryan, you know what I'm saying? He got a good chance against them. Put it like that. All right.
So that's what I was about to say. Other than Loma, Ryan probably beats everybody on Haney's resume.
I don't think Ryan beat Jorge Linares.
He could, but it's 50-50, right?
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? I don't think what I saw with Ryan, I don't think he beat Jorge Linares easy. Joseph Jojo Diaz got a solid chance against him, like really solid. He could beat him.
He loses though.
Joseph Jojo. Then you have
Jojo loses.
There's not a like I wouldn't go with Ryan against all of them and feel comfortable with all of them. I'll put it like that.
I feel like their resume is about the same.
It's no way. Okay.
Did you hear that Cambosis is finna fight some other European dude for the mandatory IBF 135 elimination?
You know who the guy's name is?
His name is Hughley. He beat some pretty good fighters over there in England. He beat Jonah Carroll, who fought Tevin Farmer. He also he beat he done scored some upsets. Mm-hmm. Go check his record out on either Box Rep or Tapology. Right. But he done scored some upsets in the last few years. So but I think it's gonna be a pretty good fight. But with the experience that George Cambosis got, he might edge this one, but I'm not going to put too much stock in it because this dude do have a reputation of being a spoiler. So I guess we got to see. It'll be next month on the ESPN on the 22nd of July. Yeah, on July the 22nd. Yeah.
So let me ask you guys this, right? Where do you guys place Devin Haney now? having had that performance against Lomachenko?
On a pound for pound list or just throughout 135?
You can do throughout 135.
Throughout 135, I got him as number 2.
Number 2? Why number 2?
Because Tank is number 1.
Why Tank is number 1?
Tank is number 1 because Devin don't beat Tank.
No, I'm saying they haven't fought yet. So you saying you have Devin Haney is number 2 because of a performance?
Yeah,
right?
I mean we can't.
Why do you have him?
I'm not going off resumes. I'm going off what I've seen between him.
Due to your eye test after fighting Loma. Okay, what do you have him pressure? What do you have Devin Haney at 135? What do you have him ranked?
Arguably third.
I got him
third. Okay, who do you got? First, second, third, fourth.
I say Tank, Shakur, Haney.
Okay.
I got Tank at number 2.
Hold on real quick. Why do you have Tank at first? Why do you have Shakur at second? And why do you have Haney third?
Probably the same reason as 4. I don't think none of them was beating Tank.
So you don't think none of them
Plain and simple.
beating Tank? For what reason? Okay, so why do you have Shakur at number 2?
I feel like Shakur's more talented than Devin Haney, more skilled, with a little more power.
Okay. And then you have Devin Haney at number 3 because of the performance, I'm assuming.
No, for what he just said.
Okay, fair enough. Rilo, what do you have Devin Haney at the 135 division?
I got Haney number 1, Tank 2, and Shakur 3. And I mean, to me, it comes down to resumes. You know what I'm saying? Tank hasn't beaten anybody since Pedraza. Bringing fighters up from 130, that don't impress me, and dehydrating fighters at 140 don't impress me. But what Haney
jumped up 2 weight classes.
Hold on. Fo, we gotta let him speak, man. We let you speak, Fo. Come on, we can't do that now.
I'm muted.
Go ahead, Rilo.
Yeah, so what, like you said, what Haney, his last 5 fights is against either champions or former champions at 24 years old. So that's why you got to give it to him, because they built his career. That's what you do. Old champion in Linares. Okay, you bring a Jojo Diaz up to fight him. This is just gaining experience for a young fighter at 24 years old. Then you go get your belts, and then you go after the top dog for the last 8 years on the pound for pound list at 135. How could he not be number 1? He's undisputed, and he beat the top dog on the pound for, who was chasing the other guy around, whose team was saying he wasn't ready at Devin Haney's age. So how could you not be more impressed with what Haney's doing at 24?
Okay, I agree. What you got? Well, who you got? I mean, Todd. Brother Todd, what you got?
I got. Of course, I got Haney at number 1. Because of the fact of the opposition that he's been fighting. And with the experience that he's generated from that. And I got Tank at number 2 because he still has not fought no solid lightweight, like a Haney. So he still got to fight somebody like him before he could even be considered number 1 as far as I'm concerned. Then, you know what, man? I don't know if I should even pick Shakur Stevenson 3rd right now because of the opposition that he's fought so far at lightweight.
No, you don't have to if you don't want to. If you want to, you can. You don't have to.
But I will say this, though. Since he's Haney's mandatory, that'll be his opportunity to prove that he's number 1.
Agreed. What you got? Who you got? What you got Haney in the division? The reason why we asked him because he's the undisputed champion. He just had the fight against Loma. So
listen. Why do y'all? So because he's undisputed, that makes him number 1?
No, I'm just asking the question.
No, the other 2 said because he's undisputed. My question is, he's number 1 because he's undisputed?
Well, he's undisputed, and
no, I'm asking them. I know you know.
Talking about me?
I'm asking them. Them 2 said because he's undisputed, he's number 1.
Okay. No, definitely I can address him. Who you asking first, so it can be some type of flow.
It can be either Rolo or R.
We'll go from left to right. You know, Rilo, what do you have for Hulk? He
Is
asked,
it because
why do you
you said
feel that
because
Devin
he's
Haney is number
undisputed?
one?
I mean, I already explained it. His age, his resume, the build up to become undisputed. And then after becoming undisputed, he didn't have to go after the top dog in the division. You see what I'm saying? This is why he's number one. When he went after Loma, that told me that, man, this boy ain't playing. He been chasing champions since he was 20 years old, and he chased his ass down and put him in the corner. Now you got to fight me. He didn't want to fight me when you had all the belt, but now you got to fight me. He didn't have to do that, man. That man could have went on with his undisputed and fought whoever he wanted to fight, like Tank is fighting whoever he wanted to fight. You know what I mean? Like Tio fought Camboza, whoever he wanted to fight when the belts was in his hand. This man went after the top dog. That's what makes him number one. The way he got to undisputed.
Okay,
So
what you got for that?
basically because he's undisputed, he's number one, right? That's what you're saying.
No, he was saying that he's a 23-year-old. He's a 23-year-old kid handled himself like a champion. Devin have had pressure on his fights. He had a lot of pressure. You know, he's been called pillow fist. He's fighting out of contracts. He's fighting fans. He's fighting fighters in their backyard. You have to look at that optically as well. Like we diminish a lot of Devin Haney's. We diminish a lot of the things that he achieved. That's not easy for nobody to do. And this kid is doing it at 23 years old. That's what he's saying. He's saying not only the fact that he did it, the fact that he wanted to do it, he went after it at the age of 23, and he had a lot of pressure on him. He handled himself. That's what I feel that he's saying.
Oh, so it has nothing to do with undisputed, right?
Undisputed is a byproduct of that. Him wanting to go after legacy. Him going after legacy, pursuing legacy.
I feel like y'all dancing around my question. Does undisputed have any?
I understand it.
Does undisputed have anything to do with y'all having him number one? Yes or no?
Undisputed plus the level of opposition and how he got
yes
there.
or no?
Okay.
Yes or no?
Oh, that's just a yes.
No,
or no.
I mean,
so yes.
Man,
So let's
listen,
say.
you know,
yes.
you know, y'all can't move me like that. I'm
no,
but you listen,
not you
Armstrong, because you tell us
specifically.
to answer your questions.
Yeah, it's gonna be concise
so he
every
said
time.
It's a yes or no question.
I know what I'm saying is I'm clearing up what the brother is saying, just the same way I will clear up what you guys are saying. He's saying the level of opposition that he's had back to back, the fact that he's 23 years old, wanting to go after undisputed, actually going after undisputed, and then how he got to undisputed. You have to take that into consideration. This is what this brother said. Why he feels Devin is number one.
Okay, right. So like I just saw somebody in the chat. Undisputed is number one. Period. What's the argument? This is the argument. Was Floyd Mayweather ever undisputed?
No, he didn't need to be.
Never. But you knew he was number one, right?
Okay, I'm trying
All
to.
right. So that's why I got Tank 1, Haney 2, Haney 2, and Shakur 3.
So
you want me to?
We can stay on that. The reason what made Mayweather number one is because of the level of opposition he went against, especially by the age of 23, 24, 25, and damn sure as hell by 28. You see what I'm saying? He was hunting champions or former champions. What that brother is saying, by now, with the talent that you guys state that Tank has, he should have been going after champions and or formal champions that are on or above his level.
I agree.
Perception wise, that's what he's saying. So we can't diminish what the brother is saying. You see what I'm saying? Because it makes sense. It's logical. Floyd, if you're going to bring up Floyd, you have to bring up the fact that he went after the baddest mofos inside of his division.
I agree.
You see what I'm saying? So I get what he's saying. Why did you say what you said, Ty? You know, that was Hope question. Why did you feel like Haney was number one?
Ty,
you
you here?
I don't think you hear me. Ty, it's on you. All right, we're just gonna go.
Okay, I can go by why I got them how I am, how I got.
Oh, sure thing. Break it down.
I got Tank number one because I feel like him and Haney got the same skills. I put them on the same skill level, but I feel like the equalizer between them would be the power. So, and then I got Haney over Shakur because I feel like Haney, even though Shakur is older, but I still feel like Shakur is a baby in this weight division, and you can't disrespect Haney. And I wouldn't disrespect Haney's saying, hey, this dude that just moved up to 135 now can beat him. I feel like Haney is also bigger. So I feel like he's number 2, then I got Shakur. Because understand something, I am also a Haney fan. I'm
No,
just
I know that.
responding to what y'all. I'm a big Haney fan.
No, I
I
know
love
that.
all these guys. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
love all these guys. I almost wish they wouldn't fight, so I don't want none of them to lose. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just responding and asking questions because I be wanting to know, like, how other people think and why this and why that. Because I know my reasonings, but I just like to know other people's reasonings.
Right, to see if there's
But
some type of
I was just
right,
asking because everybody answer on this panel, it's all right. No matter who you have, 1 through 3, it
1,000%,
doesn't matter. We
1,000%,
know that those are the top 3 guys at 135.
Can I add to that?
1,000%. No, shoot, folks. And after this, we're gonna give our closing. After this, we're gonna give our closing statement because it's about 2 a.m. and we wanna, make sure we respect the chat time and they got to get up and go to work and stuff like that.
I'm just agreeing. I'm just adding on to what he was saying. I can't push Shakur at number 2 because Shakur hasn't fought any top level guys at 130. Like basically hasn't fought anybody at 135 yet. And I got Tank at number 1 because of his point, like him and Devin being equally skilled, and Tank just having that separating power. And then after what I just seen against, with my eyes with Devin and Loma, I just believe that it's some holes in Devin's defense that Tank will exploit. So I still got Devin at number 2. And this guy, I just want to address this for 10 seconds. The Monte Glaze, he real angry in the chat right now.
What do you say?
He talking crazy. It's a bunch of crazy.
What you mean he talking crazy? What do you say?
No, it's just craziness. It ain't nothing disrespectful or nothing like that.
Oh, okay.
Just everything we saying is just he just don't agree with it. We're going to have to drop the link for him one time. I'm kind of losing my point because I'm in a chat at the same time.
Yeah, come on, Fo, man.
This
ain't
ain't about. I want to make it clear. This again, we all get on here. We all discuss boxing. This ain't about hating Devin. This ain't about hating Tank. And he joined up kind of late, so I just want to make my standpoint. I don't just speak up for Tank. I also speak up for Devin at times too. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. That's why me and Hulk got our guys ranked 1 through 3. And whoever don't agree, just hit the link next time.
No. And see, the thing is with those 3 guys, man, they so talented. It's going to take another talented person to exploit their weaknesses. And it's just that Devin Haney was the first to go for an elite fighter. And see, that's why I have him. You guys know I got him at number 1.
Yeah.
I got him at number 1. I love the way that young buck handled pressure, man. I love the way he exemplifies what a black man could be if raised right with his father and exude quality, confidence in himself. You see what I'm saying? It's not some weird, bravado of some confidence, that look a certain way, right? He's a caricature of what we would want our sons to be. Not only that, this kid's a young lion. We don't know what's going to happen with him. He hasn't even entered his prime yet. Yeah. This kid's the young lion. When Tank was his age, Tank wasn't doing the stuff that he was doing, that Devin's doing. Let's be honest. Shakur is 1 year removed from him, but it seemed like it's a gap between them two, right? Because of the paths that they're taking, the fate that he had in himself. Devin didn't start making money until his 19th fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
This young boy had a lot of pressure on him. Devin probably knew stress at 23 and 20 years old that we probably never even went through. You get what I'm saying?
We can't blame Tank for that though. We can't blame Tank for having the same
here's the thing.
ability.
This is why I'm saying. This is why
having the star power.
Hold on. This is why I'm saying it. When you put Mayweather name in front of anything, it explodes.
You're right.
Look at Rolly Romero. We're not gonna act like we don't see Rolly. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Hulk, don't look away. Rolly like all our little cousin in boxing. Like, this my cousin Rolly. You hear what I'm saying? Yo, Rolly is the most gifted boxer right now ever. And I don't mean that as far as talent-wise. I mean that as far as he's with Mayweather. You get what I'm saying? But Tank got the goods to back it up.
Yeah.
Tank got
See,
the
you
good.
gotta right.
Tank got the pizzazz. Tank
Because
got the
Floyd was
look.
working with
Tank
Haney too
carried
now.
himself.
Don't
You see what I'm
forget
saying?
now.
What'd you say?
Tank Floyd was working with Haney too now. He
No,
was in
Floyd
that
was
camp.
working with Haney. No, Floyd was working with, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying to you is this young boy wanted undisputed. He wanted Lomachenko. And not only did he said he pursued it. You know, he's bad enough to pursue it. And I can't diminish none of his accolades that he'd had under great stress.
I don't agree that Kambosos was
despite
a tough
having
fight.
pillow. We just a year removed from email champion, pillow fist. We just a year removed from that. He had to go through all of that. You see what I'm saying? He came out on top. Got to give him that. You see what I'm saying? He's a bad fighter in and out of the ring. You see what I'm saying? Tank, nobody can count Tank out. Nobody. If y'all ever see me talk about Tank and Devin, man, Tank can put anybody out. Tank is arguably the most gifted fighter in boxing right now. His only drawback is his height. Let's just be honest. His height, his arm, but he's arguably the most gifted boxer in boxing right now. The boxer that comes the closest to Tank as far as talent-wise, I'm saying with the ability to knock someone out, is Deontay Wilder, and Deontay Wilder don't have his fundamentals. Deontay Wilder don't have Tank's footwork. Deontay Wilder don't have Tank's IQ. Deontay Wilder don't have his counterpunch ability, his lateral movement, the ability to fight in and out. You see what I'm saying? So Tank he's arguably one of my favorite fighters. The only thing is Tank resume should be better than Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson right now.
At this point, we're saying that because his last 3-4 fights, though.
No, we've been saying this about Tank for a while.
Why?
His last 3-4 fights. Hold on, wait. His last 3-4 fights have been with names that they've been fun fights. But outside of Pedraza, we've been saying this for a while. You see what I'm saying? It's been said.
Barrios, Kambosos.
We're not gonna do that. Listen, Tank should have a better resume than Devin Haney right now. Period. By way of their age.
How can anybody say that? How can anybody say what somebody else's resume should be?
Okay. So you don't think? Hold on, wait. Let me. So you don't think at 28 years old? Tank is 29 this year. So you don't think at 29 years old, with Floyd Mayweather, backing you with all the talent in the world and being the A side for years, that he shouldn't have a better resume?
He still has time to do everything that y'all.
No. Fo, you don't think he should have a better resume? If you say no right now, I respect it and move on.
Yes, he should.
Okay.
He should.
So with that being said, let me ask you this.
I just gotta add this. I don't agree. I don't wholeheartedly agree with the last couple of fights he's had.
Let me ask you this. If Devin Haney, with the mentality that Devin Haney has, and we know that he has, if Devin Haney was the A side and had the star power that Tank had, and had the ability to move across the chessboard like Tank, like Tank can, do you think Devin Haney resume would have been better at 28 now, having the same ability that Tank has?
Yeah.
Then Tank should have had a better resume now, period. Do you think that Shakur, with the mentality that Shakur has, with the star power that Tank has, with Floyd Mayweather behind him, and the ability to choose the fighters that he want to fight, to show his talent, do you think that Shakur would have had a better resume at 20? At 28 years old?
I'm gonna answer. Let me do
That's my last question. I'll let you cook. This is my last question. I'll let you cook.
Yes,
do you think that Shakur?
I'll say no.
But what separates them? What separates your points on that is Tank's star power is in his hands. It's his ability to captivate.
That's
the
not
audience.
what I'm talking. I'm not talking about his physical attributes. I'm talking about the ability to choose the fight.
You're asking me a question. I'm answering.
No. I don't want you to misconstrue what I'm saying. I'm talking about his ability to choose who he can fight. I'm not talking about him knocking out someone.
I'm trying to answer your question. Listen, the reason why Tank can choose who he's fighting like that is because he's knocking guys out. That's
Tank
why.
Don't choose who he fight though.
He's knocking them out. Devin ain't knocking them out. Shakur ain't knocking them out. Bro. So even with Mayweather, even if they had Mayweather,
this is not what I'm saying. This is not what I'm saying.
Tank not choosing his fight though.
Hold on, Rick. We'll address that. Hope. What I'm saying is if they had the ability to choose, like
They're
Tank
still
does.
not the same star because they're not knocking guys out. Even with Mayweather.
Listen to me, hear me out. Because it sounds like you avoid. He don't need. I'm saying with just Tank's star power and his ability to choose the fights that he want, do you believe with the mentality that Shakur and Devin have that they wouldn't have had better fights and that they would have had the same resume that Tank have?
Man, look at
you. All right, man. Come on. No.
Look at. I answered your question 2 times.
Okay.
I told you yes to
go
both of them.
ahead, Hope.
You're not letting me respond.
No. Go ahead. What you saying?
Outside of Ryan is the only fight we saw that Tank flexed his power. That's it. He is not choosing these fights, which is why him and Floyd was beefing in the first place, because he was telling Floyd, I don't want to fight no dang Rolly. Stop trying to make me fight this dude. And he ended up fighting him anyway. So Tank don't have that power to move them chess pieces. I agree. See, what you said earlier. Hold on. What you said earlier is perfect. They've been babying. I feel like they have been cherry picking the fights for Tank. I agree with that. So if you make that statement, that would mean that Tank don't have the power then. Only time we saw Tank flex his power was when he said, I'm going to fight Ryan or I ain't fighting nobody else. Period.
So, hold on, wait, real quick. Because let me ask you this. Do you think that Floyd was that you say you think that Floyd was holding him back? Tank had also said on Gilly that if he ain't giving him the fights that he want, then that can be a form of holding him back. But so Tank also said on Gilly the Kid show with $1 million worth of game that he never ever pressed for any fights. Never, not one time. Right?
He never called nobody out.
Right? He never pressed for any fights.
Right.
But what I'm saying is we know that Tank is the A side. This is something that we know. We know that Tank has the star power. So whoever's the A side send the contract, and then we also know that the fighters are the boss, and whoever the fighters want to fight, whoever the fighters want to fight, they can make that fight.
That's not true
So
because
all of these components. Hold on, with all of these components, Tank has the greatest ability out of all three of them to choose who he wants to fight. Therefore, by way having a better resume than the both of them. That's what I'm saying. He has the most pieces to be able to choose who he want to go against. Devin don't have that ability, and Shakur don't have that ability. That's why
I'm about to get out of here on this, bro. Because look, top rank is known for holding back fighters on big fights to protect their assets and stuff like that. So we can't sit up here and say that we can't sit up here and make the statement that you just said, bro, because Shakur wants to fight Devin right now. But guess who's not going to give him that fight? Ball Bayram. He's not going to let Shakur and Devin fight and take each other. That's not happening. So we can't say that such and such got this power and such got that power. All these guys' fights are being chosen whether we like it or not. People ain't finna come out and say, oh, nah, it's really not me, or it's such and such choosing my fights and stuff like that. Everybody throughout their whole career has had their team behind him. Floyd is after every other fight in his interviews and stuff, like back when he was fighting Miguel Cotto, the guy he punched after the 4th round when the ref had broke it up and the dude didn't reset on his defense, he punched him. After every fight, Floyd was like, well, I'm going to go back to my team and we're going to see what my team say and stuff like that. So Tank is echoing the same thing that Floyd was saying. We can't sit up here and fault Tank and say that Tank doing that. If that's the case, we got to fault Devin. We got to fault Shakur because Shakur, hold on, wait. Shakur's calling out Devin as we speak. Has been calling out Devin. He didn't jump in the ring with him, but he's not getting that fight. Devin knows that, and Devin even said, call Bob. Bob is the boss. So ain't none of these guys really making the fights that we think that we think that they make it. It's the promoters that's behind them. Right. It's the guys that are paying them. It's none of them.
And if Tank was chasing belts like Haney, he would have those belts. He would be undisputed right now.
You just made my point. I said that Devin and Shakur don't have the ability to move
but
as effective as. Hold on, wait. Hear me out. I just let you speak. I just let you go. I said Tank and Shakur doesn't have the ability to choose their opponents. I said the person that has the greatest ability, that means has the greater odds of choosing the fighter that they want to fight is Tank because of those components. those components. He is the A side. He's the cash cow. People want to fight him. He is a fighter. He get to choose who he wants to fight. He is being compared to Canelo Alvarez. People are saying Tank Davis is at a point to where he can pick and choose.
I thought Haney was free though. Doesn't Haney choose when he signs with Bob? That's why after the fight she say, after the fight, Haney be like, and we hope to do more business with him.
Okay,
he's
and Haney has been choosing
Tank, right?
And Haney have been choosing solid opponents. Haney has chose to hold on, wait, real quick. Haney has chose the Jorge Linares. Haney has chose to Joseph Jojo Diaz and have been chasing these guys for legacy. Haney has chased after George Kambosos. Haney has chased after Loma. Okay. When he got that's what I'm saying, and he don't even have the ability that Tank has. He's not a true A side to where he got the star power that Tank has, and he's still doing it. I know if Haney can do it, Tank damn sure can do it.
Let me ask you a question. Because
I'm saying, do you understand what I'm saying though? With that, we got to give him his props.
I understand what you're saying. I just disagree slightly. So my question is, obviously, Tank is literally mimicking everything Mayweather did by saying, hey, belts don't matter, just collect dust. We all know if Tank was doing what Haney is doing, and that's chasing belts and chasing undisputed, he will be undisputed. He would have knocked out Kambosos, and he would have knocked out Loma. We know if he's chasing the belts like Haney is, he will have them belts. Just like Mayweather. If Mayweather wanted those belts, he would have those belts. He beat Mosley and gave his belt back to him. He said, I don't want your belt.
Tank's last fight with Mayweather Promotions was against.
If we're going to bring up, I'm gonna close out. If we're going to bring up Mayweather, we have to bring up his resume at 28. Mayweather had a respectable resume at 28. Would you be able, if you saying that Tank is moving like Floyd? If I take that, okay, it's fine. He's moving like Floyd.
Yeah.
Shouldn't I be able to see a direct correlation with his resume and Floyd's resume at 28?
No, they're not the same people.
We can't have it both ways. Hold on.
Can I answer it?
You can't. Hold on, wait. You can't have it both ways. First of all, who had the better resume at 28, Floyd or Tank?
Well, Floyd, my favorite fighter, so I'm gonna say Floyd.
No, I'm saying not. Despite him being your favorite fighter, you never know him. You just looking at resumes, and you know the champions. Who had a better resume, Floyd or Tank at 28? Going on actually 29.
Is boxing today what it was back then?
Hold on.
Come on, man. You making excuses for Tank now.
Let's do it.
Let's do that.
Hold on. Floyd had the better resume, but listen, I'm telling you, I argue Floyd's resume every day in the barbershop because what was they saying about Floyd's resume?
You go ahead, enlighten us.
They say he's a cherry picker. Was they not calling him a cherry picker?
For the long,
but you still said that Floyd's resume was better than Tank's on. Right?
No, I believe so. I love Floyd. I know everything about Floyd.
But they called him a cherry picker.
For sure. But they called Floyd a cherry picker as well.
No matter what they called him, you said that Floyd. You said that Floyd resume at 28 was better than Tank's, right?
Yes, I agree.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that if Devin Haney had the ability that Tank had and the star power that Tank have now, Devin Haney will have a better resume than Gervonta Tank Davis. Right now, Tank is able to choose who he wants to fight. He's the cash cow. He's the A side. He's the most talented fighter. He's the star in boxing. He gets to say yay or nay.
Armstrong.
He should have a better resume.
Tank's last fight with Mayweather was against Rolly Romero, and what happened after that?
What's your point? I don't get your point.
This one. Now Tank is making these fights that we want, and it goes from.
We did not want Hector Garcia. Hold on, wait.
We did not.
Hold on, wait. So if you want to say that,
hold on, and then we started off faulting him. We started off faulting him for it tonight.
We want Hector Garcia.
Now he's chasing Devin because Devin.
Did we want Hector Garcia?
He's calling for the fights.
Did we want Hector Garcia?
Heck no.
Did we want Hector Garcia?
No, we didn't. No, we didn't want Hector Garcia.
No, hold on, stop. Hold on, Fo. Here's the thing. It's sounding silly now. Nobody wanted Hector Garcia.
You don't never let me finish. You stop me in small points. You don't like when I do it to you. Listen. Now that Tank is calling for the fights, and I'm not talking about Hector Garcia. I'm talking about let's start with Ryan. Nobody wanted Hector Garcia. We're going to throw that name out the window. I don't even think that name should be on this resume. But let's start Ryan Garcia. Everybody called for him to fight Ryan Garcia for the longest. Everybody pushed him to make that fight. He wasn't on the way Mayweather promotion no more. He made the fight Ryan Garcia. Okay, boom. That's done and out the way. Now he's calling out Devin, Shakur, and whoever else. You feel what I'm saying? So now, now that he's calling out Devin, it's, oh, why is he calling Devin out now? And things like that, and blase, which we already discussed earlier on the platform. Okay, now he has the power to make these fights. Now he's pushing for these fights. Let's let him do it. We can't, we all go different. We all go one way and then draw back another for our fighters and things like that. At times,
I ain't hear what y'all said about Floyd, but there's a grave difference between Floyd and Tank.
Floyd Mayweather at 28, 29-year-old resume.
Floyd Mayweather wasn't the A side when he was 28.
That was my next point I was about to make. Blue, let me ask you a question, Blue.
Mm-hmm.
If Devin Haney had the star power, was the A side, it had the engine like Floyd Mayweather behind him and the ability to choose his fights, would he has it with the mentality that Devin Haney has now?
Don't choose.
Would he have a better resume than Gervonta Tank Davis has today at 28 years old?
Yeah, for sure. They pretty much got the same, close to the same resume right now.
And it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
You said Devin and Tank got close to the same resume right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all said that on the panel earlier, and it shouldn't be. So Devin is number one to me.
He Devin been chasing. Y'all gotta understand. Devin been chasing before Tank was Tank. He was chasing Adrian Broner, Mikey Garcia, and Robert Easter when they was the champions. That's before Tank was nobody. We wasn't even talking about Tank. Devin was a blue chip prospect before Tank made a name for himself. We knew about Devin Haney before he was pro in the States and fighting in Mexico.
No, we did.
So the Tank came on the scene. He jumped on the scene and Floyd co-signed him. The difference between Floyd early in his career, when he tried to fight the Prince Nassim Hameds and he tried to fight the Acelina Freitas and he tried to fight Diego Corrales first, and then he tried to fight Joel Casamayor, and then when he tried to fight Oscar De La Hoya and Shane Mosley, there was a magazine that came out with Shane Mosley, the Ring magazine, as a matter of fact, and it had the cover of the magazine said, who's going to be the future and who's going to have the better career, Shane Mosley or Floyd Mayweather? Floyd Mayweather pushed for that fight. Shane Mosley said, I got a toothache. He should fight Margarito. Floyd Mayweather tried to fight Acelina Freitas. Most people don't even know who that was. He was that dude at one point. Acelina Freitas turned him down. Costa Tszyu turned him down. Costa Tszyu turned him down so much that he turned him down for Ricky Hatton and lost to Ricky Hatton, and Floyd fought Ricky Hatton immediately. Mm-hmm. These are fights that Floyd couldn't get. He wasn't the B side. He wasn't the A side. That's the difference. So Floyd couldn't get those fights. He couldn't get the Prince Nassim Hamed fight when Prince was that dude and then ended up losing to Barrera. He couldn't get that fight. He couldn't get the Oscar De La Hoya fight where Oscar De La Hoya said he was too high risk, too low reward. He couldn't get the Shane Mosley fight when Shane Mosley completely ignored him. They never even talked about him in Trinidad. Floyd Mayweather left Bob Arum because he said, listen, I want to be treated how you treating Oscar De La Hoya. And Bob Arum said, you ain't no Oscar De La Hoya. So he bought his way out the contract. There's a grave difference. Tank Davis is the cash cow. He the A side right now. At 28. If Floyd at 28 was in this position, he would have fought the who's of who's around him. He wasn't, when he was Pretty Boy Floyd, he wasn't talking about money. He wasn't talking about I'm the cash cow and you ain't selling pay-per-views and you don't sell tickets. And Floyd wasn't talking like that. He was talking like Devin Haney was talking. See, I understand where Tank is coming from because Floyd got a hold of Tank when he was already Money Mayweather, TBE. He had a whole different outlook on the sport because he wasn't appreciated when he was Pretty Boy Floyd. And so what he taught Tank was, never mind what they talking about, just get your bag. And that's the mindset that Tank have. Right? He molded Tank into that mindset. It's about the bag. It's not about your legacy. But see, the problem is Floyd had it all. He had the legacy, he had the bag, he was able to capture it all.
That's actually ruining it for us though. Like when you put that mindset into somebody that young.
In a sense, but you know what happened is that Floyd only teach what was done to him.
Right.
See, when he was Pretty Boy Floyd and he wanted to fight these dudes was that dude, Acelina Freitas. See, people don't remember. Diego Corrales fought Floyd Mayweather. You know why? Because he said, man, I'm tired of people talking about this dude and nobody trying to avoid this dude. I'm going to go ahead and knock him out. And Corrales was the favorite.
Yeah.
So, Blue, we said that Tank is a renegade and we don't know what would have happened if Tank is let off the leash, right? But a lot of times, just as young men and things like that, our fathers or our mentors or the older guys in the neighborhoods and things like that, they kind of mold us into the men that we are today. So with that being said, why do we? Because everybody always says that Devin gets a lot of hate and things like that, but so does Tank. In my eyes, it's 50-50, and we put a lot of the blame on Tank. But how can we blame somebody who's only a product of their current environment?
Yeah, but Tank don't get nowhere near the criticism Devin get. Not even close. It's not close, and the reason it's not close is that Tank is exciting.
It depends on what criticism. You count, because I don't pay attention to casual.
No, Devin. Look, all we gotta do is look at this fight with Lomachenko. You look at that fight with Lomachenko and how people treat Devin Haney as if he's one of the judges.
Yeah.
Dude, you watch the fight again, right? Like I tell people, when you go to the movie theater, you watch the movies in the movie theater. 9 times out of 10, you ain't going back to rewatch the movie. Yeah. But when the movie come out the first day, when it comes out, when you can watch it in your home, you get a whole different perspective of that movie. There's things you saw in the movie and you like, man, damn, I ain't even realize this happened. I ain't even see that. I ain't even
take 2 or 3 watches.
Right.
Yeah.
You when you watch Devin and Lomachenko again.
Yeah, I had to watch it again.
In the first 6 rounds, Devin won the first 6 rounds.
Yep.
Lomachenko was inactive. He was inaccurate. Even in the 10th round. When you watch the 10th round again, I watched it from so many different angles. And then people say, well, if you got to watch it from so many angles, then that means he lost. No,
that means it was a good fight.
That means he was catching punches like this that you can't see. Mm-hmm. When that left hook in that 10th round, when that flurry took place, he caught him with the left uppercut, right? But the other punches, the right hand, Dev caught it on his glove. Mm-hmm. The other punch he slipped. The next one hit him behind the head, right? But all you hear is the commentary. Ooh, Devin is hurt. Devin is hurt. And Devin Haney's body language, because he's lanky and he's long, it looks like he's all over the place. Like when Deontay Wilder or Anthony Joshua get hit or they moving around, they look like a fish out of water because their body is all over the place. But if you really watch it, Dev is slipping underneath it. He's catching the punches on his glove.
Right.
Mm-hmm. He fighting them in the phone booth.
Yeah.
But what happens is the activity look worse than what actually took place.
And I think it was his hair. And his hair kept shaking.
His hair was shaking all over the place.
Yeah, so it looked worse than it was. It looked
worse than it was, right? Yeah. And then on top of it, he wasn't very active in that round. And then you have the judge giving that round to Devin Haney. So that made it look bad.
The chat hasn't been updating and YouTube keeps crashing. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, they playing games. So Devin looked all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Tank, let me tell you why Tank, the difference is Tank, quote unquote, lives up to the hype. He gets the knockouts. He's exciting. You know what I'm saying? We overlook the fact that he's getting outboxed. See, when we looked at Devin fight, we like, man, Lomachenko had the crazy 10th round and the crazy 11th round. Devin won unanimous decision. But then people could argue that. They could make a complaint. See, Tank was losing the fight with Mario Barrios, but then he get a knockout.
I knew you was about to say that, Blue.
Right. Because then he erased everything else because he erased the
Knocked him
person
out.
in front of him.
He finally got around that jab.
Yeah,
Barrios is hitting with the
he
jab.
made the adjustments, right, and he gets you out of there. The in Tank's last 4 fights, the only fight that I saw him winning from the very beginning was the Ryan Garcia fight.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The Hector Garcia fight. He was losing to Hector Garcia. But he makes the adjustments. It's exciting. He blow his eye out. And it's like, man, people don't even remember Hector Garcia, what he did in the first half of the
Floyd
fight.
used to do the same thing though. Floyd would lose. Floyd would give you the first couple of rounds.
No, Floyd ain't lose no rounds. He lost. Zab Judah was the only. Zab Judah was the only person.
Only Zab.
That was it. And he was in competitive fights he had the mindset like the Madonna fight, the first fight, where he just decided to fight him in a phone booth. The Castillo fight, but he actually tore his shoulder. You know what I'm saying? But you look at the rematches.
He lost to Madonna, and he had to fight Madonna again.
Yeah, but you look at the rematches, you can clearly see he didn't have to do that. He chose to do that.
But that's what I'm saying. So the same thing happens to Devin.
Well, no, the thing with Devin is that Devin still has experience to gain. Devin is looking to fight everybody. His style is different. He's a pure boxer. You know what I'm saying? And today's time, you want to see knockouts. The problem with Devin Haney has is the problem Sugar Ray Leonard has. See, people don't remember this, but Sugar Ray Leonard, the difference between Devin and Sugar Ray Leonard was Olympic gold medalist. He was the golden child coming out the amateurs, and his star status was through the roof because he was on 7-Up commercials and he was on all these types of different commercials. But when this is the thing that Sugar Ray Leonard ran into, the problem he ran into was Tommy Hearns. Why? Because Tommy Hearns was smoking everybody.
Yeah,
he was smoking everybody. So he was knocking out this person, one punch, this punch. He was looking exciting. So it was like, man, this dude Sugar Ray, you over here ducking this dude Tommy Hearns, and Sugar Ray like, yeah, I ain't ducking this dude. But the different styles, the problem with Dev, that if Dev would have won an Olympic gold medal and Dev would have been the golden child from the beginning, his persona, the perception of him would be completely different. It's not because he started off in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? He started so young, right. and he's not the biggest puncher. He's an accurate puncher. He's a busy fighter. He's a boxer.
He got Marvin Hagler start. Marvin Hagler had the worst start ever.
Yeah, and so what happens is, unfortunately for Devin, he's getting compared to Tank, who's getting these knockouts.
Right.
The problem with the thing with Shakur is able to escape is that he wasn't considered one of the 4 kings. See, so Shakur, he somewhat gets a pass for not getting these knockouts because he was never considered one of the 4 kings.
That's what he snuck in there.
Yeah, he's like Aaron Pryor to Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, Hagler, and Duran. You know what I'm saying? And Wilfred Benitez. Aaron Pryor and Wilfred Benitez was somewhat, they got a pass for what they was doing because everything was surrounded and focused on the 4 kings. You know what I'm saying? They was great, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? But they could have slippage nights and you'd be like, oh, okay. Sugar Ray couldn't have that. You know what I'm saying? Because he was constantly in the same bubble with Hagler, Duran, and Hearns. That's the thing with Devin Haney. He can't have a slippage because he have a bad outing. And we talking about what Tank did. We talking about what this Teal beat Lomachenko better than Devin did. He's always unfortunately compared to them. See, the thing is with Floyd, when he fought, see, Floyd kinda was that man. He was kind of Shakur Stevenson, right? Because Oscar and Shane came out, you know, they was like a slightly ahead of him. You know what I'm saying? And then you have Roy Jones in Floyd's era. So he was kind of being overshadowed. And that's the problem that Floyd had. He was being overshadowed by Trinidad and Oscar and Roy Jones, and Mike Tyson was still around. You know what I'm saying? And so then you had guys like Joe Casamayor, Prince Nassim, his persona, his that dancing, and he did something that was completely different. Coming out, this dude would take 20 minutes, 30 minutes for a ring walk. To his opponents was complaining like, bruh, somebody got to make this dude hurry up and get to the ring. But that was something that we ain't never seen. You know what I'm saying? And that all of that it was just a tornado, and Floyd's talent was getting overlooked. So Floyd was like, bro, give me Prince Nassim. Yeah, I mean, we know how much Larry Merchant don't like Floyd, but they got to the point where Larry Merchant was like, Floyd, don't even call out Prince Nassim. Don't call out Asalina Freitas. Don't call out Shane Mosley because they ain't going to fight you. I mean, Larry Merchant was saying that. Like, man, these dudes ain't going to fight you. So what's your plan? Diego Corrales, people got upset because Diego Corrales, he opened that door. Yeah. Diego Corrales said, man, you know what, man? He banged the table. I'm tired of y'all talking about. Diego Corrales was like,
he was knocking out everybody.
30 wins, 27 wins by knockout at the time, undefeated. And he was that dude. So, but he got did that to him. He got tired. He was like, man, y'all talking about this dude, Pretty Boy Floyd. I'm going ahead and go. Let me go ahead and put some leather on this dude, get this dude up out of here, and we moving on. And even George Foreman in the comment, they was like, man, I can't believe Floyd took this fight.
Yeah, I remember that.
He getting ready to get knocked out. And Floyd went in there and put that man down 5 times.
Right.
Pops jumped on there and quit. Man, it went super crazy. Like, oh,
wave the towel.
Yeah,
was that the fight when Corrales did like a spin on his knees?
Yeah. That's the fight. 5 times Floyd dropped. I mean, you got to think, right, Hope? Floyd was the underdog by knockout.
Right.
Like, everybody was like, Floyd getting ready to get knocked out, not lose. He getting ready to get knocked out.
Okay, so my last question.
Listen, man.
Was Shakur calling out Devin and things like that, and Devin not being under contract with Bob Arum no more and stuff like that. And then we got Tank going ahead and saying that he wants to fight Devin now. I'm gonna be clear again. I don't care if it happens at 135 or 140.
Devin responded to him 3 times right now.
Yeah.
He on social. He done told him. He just told the Roz podcast, man, stop acting like I could call Al Haymon myself.
But I want your point, Blue, because I feel like at 135, like we talk about Devin's weight a lot, but Devin still has advantages as far as reach, height, and things like that. And yeah, Tank can close the distance and things like that. But we move it up to 140, and I'm not gonna make no excuses for Tank. But at the same time, Devin, that's an even more advantage, and it's better for Devin and things like that. I don't care how y'all see it at 135 and 140. I got Tank at both weights. How do you really see it? Or are you saying that that at 135 that you feel like Devin will lose?
Yeah, I still stand on my square. I think Devin will win
at 135.
Yeah, his style.
But you don't want it at 135.
No, I don't care what weight class it is. I'm just saying, I was just telling the people what happened, what I saw as far as his weight. As far as Dev saying, hey, bro, I'm going to fight Regis at 140. And the reason I'm like, I can't blame him for that, for not saying, hey, bro, I'm going to fight Tank at 135 next. What she's saying right now, tell Al to call me and let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying? So he's saying he could do it. Let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
And that's all I'm saying. I'm just glad that he's keeping that energy. I don't like when the fans try to.
Yeah. See, my thing was yesterday was just explaining to the people that that Dev saying hey bro, I'm moving up. I'm gonna fight Regis. I can't do it. It's not a duck. And the reason I was saying it's not a duck because people were saying that, oh, he ducking Tank. And I'm like, bro, dude, it wasn't easy to make this weight. Like when I seen him get off that scale at 9 a.m. in the morning, 8:30 in the morning, he had a hoodie on. He like, bro, he ain't look. The first thing I said to everybody standing there, I'm like, bro, don't look good. Ain't anybody standing there, Fight Hype, Fight Hub, everybody was standing there. The first thing I said to everybody, hey, bro, don't look good. I couldn't even hold. I ain't whispering. I ain't saying. As soon as his face, he looked. You know how you go to the gym and you got a super hard workout,
and
you just like, man, you just drag to the car and you just get in the car and it's like you got to refuel up. You know what I'm saying? Hulk, you know I'm talking about bodybuilding. Like you just feel like bro, like I need to eat. You just feel like eating a bowl of rice, just get the carbs in, like you know what I'm saying. That was his body language to me. You know what I'm saying? And me doing bodybuilding and being in and understanding that feeling, you know what I'm saying? In certain times, certain days you come out the gym and you feel like, man, I could go back in there. But then some days you come out and it's like, bro, I can't wait to get to the dinner table. Like you just know your body need that fuel. That's how you look like, man. Listen, you know what
this is what I was saying to Foe, right? Because I think Foe is saying that Devin Haney's keeping that energy, right? Devin Haney's keeping that energy, but the fans not. Right. I'm saying that as a fan, we do have a right to have a sour taste in our mouth because we see Devin Haney at 135 is not looking good. And what I'm saying to Foe is if Tank was to fight him right now, and the way that he's pursuing him, he's never pursued him like this before. But if Tank was to fight him now and win, you have some super hard Devin Haney fans that are making an excuse. Oh, you only waited to fight him until he was weight trained and he couldn't make 135 anymore. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It would have been better to me if the fight was had 2 years ago. It would have just been better. Where Devin Haney didn't have to get on the scale 3 times to make weight.
Okay. And let me say this, right? My only issue with that is that I've seen other fighters look that way on the scale as well and then perform. So I don't know, like I was saying yesterday, right? Armstrong is like, Lomachenko have that effect on everybody. In the second half of the fight, it just seems like that's what happens, right? Is that his opponent's fatigue. I don't know if it's the angles, the mental pressure, what it is, but we saw that from Tio, Jermaine Ortiz, Dev, everybody he's fought in the second half of the fight. That's the effect. So, and the first half of the fight, Dev looked spectacular to me. You know what I'm saying? When I go back and rewatch it, his game plan wasn't to come up top, so it don't really like his body work was so beautiful to me. You know what I'm saying? And his slipping and his timing. In the second half, he faded, right? But is that to Lomachenko? That's credit to Lomachenko because he has that effect on fighters. You know what I'm saying? Or is that a credit to the weight cut? We don't know. You see what I'm saying? So we will have to see him in there with Tank. The problem is we ain't never seen Devin have that in the second half. And we know this ain't an easy weight cut. You know what I'm saying? So we attested to the weight cut.
But the thing is, it's just a coincidence that Lomachenko happened to do that against all his opponents. So now we really don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
We had odds. Right. So that's what I'm saying as well. Right. If it was due to the weight, you see what I'm saying? And he do fade again and he's not looking good, that will leave a sour taste in my mouth as a fan.
Okay, I got a question.
And the thing would be with that is this, right? Let's say a Tank is his next opponent. He fade in the second half. Again, is it the weight cut or is it Tank? Because we see Tank do that to his opponents in the second half as well.
I don't think we should discredit anybody. I think that if Loma's been doing that consistently against his opponents, then that's just Loma.
We never said that it was going to be discredited. We saying that when
by questioning whether it's the weight or Lomachenko, that's basically what you're doing. You're saying that because it's like it might not be Loma. No, it is Loma. He's been doing it consistently. And the same thing with Tank. We know what Tank does. In the second half of the fight, he cranks up that energy. And that's just what it's going to be. We can't attest it to, Devin's weight drain and stuff like that. Right. We're talking about second half fighters. Their second half fights. The same thing with Spence.
And then on top of that too, they southpaws. So his jab don't look as effective.
Yeah. All right. See, here's the thing too. Devin also wanted to fight him earlier on too, right? Loma and Tank. So if we're gonna do that, we're also gonna have to say, yeah, they was able to do that against Tank because they do that. Not Tank, but Devin because they do that anyways. But we don't know how Devin would have looked at against them, a year or two ago, where he made the weight better. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying we can't rule that out. Loma didn't fight Haney. You get what I'm saying? For years. Tank, the same thing. So you can't have one without the other in this situation. And this is why I'm saying the fact that we waited so long, it leaves sour taste in my mouth. That's all I'm saying.
So let me ask you a question. If Tank, this last fight, instead of Loma, so it will leave a taste in your mouth. There was a fight right now and Tank beat him or knock him out, right? At 135 because he's weight drained, right?
What do you mean? If he was to have fight him with Loma
you
fight,
you said if Haney fights Tank next at 135, and we know that he just flat out can't really make the weight, and so he weight drains himself to make the weight, it's gonna leave a sour taste in your mouth, right?
Yeah, it'll leave a question in my mind, like you know what this have
okay.
had before, right?
So this last fight, if it was not Loma versus Haney, but it was Tank versus Haney, and Tank would have beat him, would you have a sour taste in your mouth then, also as well?
You know what? I don't know because it didn't happen. I don't know. With that being said, I don't think so because you know we just seen Devin Haney not make weight 3 times. That just happened. You see what I'm saying? It never happened before.
Right.
So I don't
That's
think,
why I'm asking you.
I don't think it would have had a sour taste in my mouth because that just came. This is new information that just came up.
So, so you want Tank to send him off at 140?
So if Tank would have beat Haney and then after the fight you find out that he had to get on the scale 3 times and then you like okay he was weight drained, then it was
because that's information that just came
it's
up.
New information.
That would mean that I'm fishing for something. No. 100% credit go to Tank.
Okay, I'm just asking. I got
you. Get what I'm saying? That makes sense.
You know, it makes
sense. Yeah. I was just asking.
They had a crossroads now because if Tank fights him at 40 and loses, like, well, Tank.
Now we're gonna say he was too big. Yeah.
So and Dev fights him at 35 and loses. It's
weight
like
drain.
He was weight drained. So
what about a catch weight?
Neither one of them gonna do it.
Dang.
I would love for a catch weight.
That's
neither one of them gonna do no catch weight because they just you know what I'm saying, they just at a place where it's
they
like,
in that place where they both them guys.
Yeah, it's like Dev getting paid. He ain't getting paid exactly what Tank getting paid, but he right behind him.
He right there. Yeah.
So it's like, and I'm the undisputed champion.
Well, Tank was guaranteed 10, and Devin was guaranteed 4 in their last respective fights, right?
No, Tank got 5 guaranteed, and Dev got 4.
And Blue, I do agree.
These numbers looking crazy.
I do agree that Haney is way more disrespected than Tank because I know for a fact if Loma would have beat Tank and became undisputed, they would have him number 1 pound for pound right now.
Oh, for sure.
Period.
Sure. They got Loma on the pound for pound list, and he lost again. There's so many excuses for Lomachenko. It's just ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, you go back and watch the fight, and then people was like, well, why I got to go back and watch it? What are you talking about?
You have to.
Yeah. Because it was a great fight. It was a competitive fight.
Right, but you just get people like my inbox just be silly sometimes. Like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, why go back and watch it? What do you mean why you have to go back and watch it?
And the fight was supposed to look like that.
They're still trolling Devin on Twitter behind that fight.
On top of that, if you had a fight party, you was drinking, man, you ain't get the full effect of watching the fight.
No,
right, of course.
No, I know I didn't.
Especially with the commentators.
Yeah,
especially with the commentators.
You know how many times I watch Floyd fights and be like, man, that fight, the Cotto fight. I'm like, man, that fight was close. Then I rewatch it. No, it wasn't.
Madonna.
The Madonna fight. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
like, bro,
you want me to be real, Blue? I was watching the fight, and a lot of the times the fight, I'm over here messing with my wife, just toying with her and messing with her.
Yeah.
But, right. So all I saw was 10th, 11th, and 12th, and I looked at it, and I was like, man, Devin just lost.
Right.
Because I wasn't paying attention. Like, I wasn't full. So then when I went back and watched it, I'm like, man, Haney low-key walked almost dang near beat him almost every round. Almost.
Exactly. But if you watch it, if you have a fight party and people is talking and you got casuals there and you know what I'm saying, you don't get the effect.
Right.
You it's so much you miss.
Right.
Go back and watch it. But no, people don't want to go back and watch it because they want it to be on for surface.
Yeah.
Oh, nah, he lost. What you mean he lost? Dude, I done went back and watched the fight. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to find in the first 6-7 rounds to find.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I gave Loma 3, but it didn't feel comfortable.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Like,
it didn't feel comfortable giving them that 3.
I challenge anybody to go watch the 10th round again.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna look how it initially looked.
Right.
It looked crazy when I first watched it. I'm like,
yeah, the most decisive round was the 11th to me.
The 11th
That's the one when it was like, okay, it's clear cut.
Yeah. I gave him the 11th round hands down.
But see, this the thing, right? You know, Devin Haney, you know, he was tested. He came back like a champion. People,
Right.
you know what I'm gonna stop. You know what I'm gonna stop doing? I'm gonna stop saying that Loma took the 12th round off. That's BS. No, Haney came back in the 12th round.
Took it.
Ain't no fight.
You watched the 12th round. Then Loma ain't look like he was trying to take no round off.
No, Loma was
That's
trying.
not
Look at that 12th round again.
Exactly.
Loma
That's what I'm saying.
trying.
That Loma didn't look like a man trying to take a round off.
No, and I've seen fighters take rounds off.
Right.
You see what that didn't look like that.
Floyd took a lot of 12 rounds off.
You see what I'm saying?
And he would just run around doing this.
And, with his hand up.
Yeah.
When you look at that fight again, Devin Haney, like a true champion, he took that round from Loma.
And
So
if you Lomachenko, and you got to feel the constant profession that he is.
Right.
You have almost 400 amateur fights. And man, come on, man. You could feel that you in a close fight. You could feel you in a close fight. You ain't getting no knockdowns. You ain't do none of that. So what would possess you in your brain to say, I'm gonna take off the 12th round?
No.
That don't even sound right.
The crowd had to think. The crowd had Loma thinking that.
That's how much power Loma have. Loma say one thing, despite what people saw. Loma say one thing, and everybody run with it.
You're gonna run with the narrative.
And it's coupled that people don't like Haney.
Right.
So with Lomachenko having that type of power and them not liking Haney, anything Loma say, you're going to run with it. Look at that 12th round again. Haney showed you a true champion. He took that round. He took it. It's the same way Teofimo took that round from Lomachenko.
Right. But yo, let's get out of here, man. It's 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
My wife, she's gonna be like, bro.
It was a good night. Hey, the Monte, they got the Monte that's in the chat. I'm gonna stay off. If y'all can get him on here, Armstrong, man.
And it was another dude earlier.
The Monte,
and Patrick.
What they were saying, Blue? What
happened?
They talking crazy.
Get Patrick on here too. The dude named Patrick.
Yeah, they ain't gonna come on though.
The Monte Glaze, he was calling out for the link. Man.
What he was saying?
Link been in chat, but I put the link in there about.
He said he with it. He said he with it. He just said, "Please do. I'm with it."
We'll see. You know what I'm saying? What was he talking crazy? Because it don't make sense for him to talk crazy. You had some arguing Devin point. I'm some arguing.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, peace to everybody. I'm out of here. Peace, Blue. I'm out of here,
brother. Blessings to you, brother.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
Was it disrespectful or was it just
some of it was a bit crazy, but I ain't know. He a regular fan. Let's just get him up here. We got to get him up. I got to hear him.
Yeah.
Because people
make sure
you energy in the chat and then they get on and it don't be like that.
Oh, you say he came late?
Yeah, I had asked him that. I asked him that. I was
hey,
like,
DeMonte, what you said crazy, man?
Folks he just said he's a Devin fan.
A Devin fan.
Oh, yeah, Devin fan.
That's cool.
Dang, folks, that's crazy.
No, it ain't that. You gotta
look at Armstrong.
You scroll back up. If you scroll back up,
look at Armstrong.
I'm getting my last swing before I run out of class.
Right.
Hey man, love y'all. Y'all be safe.
Hey, Blue, love you too, brother.
As always, I see y'all next time.
All right.
Tomorrow we back on.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. All right, Blue, man.
All right, great brother. Bless you. All right. Hey, man. Style Furniture, my brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, preach, bro. These boys in denial about Tank. Salute. Air Rev, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, Devin pushing for the Tank fight, or is Tank not on Devin's radar? No, Devin is pushing for it right now. So salute to each and every one of y'all. I appreciate y'all 1,000% coming through. Support my brother Armstrong, consultant, A side. My brother 4K. My brother Hulk Nell. My brother Soul Brother. Who else was on there, man, that I missed? Because I came late, man. Salute to each and every one of them, man, holding down the panel and doing their thing. Maya Egypt, peace of blessings, Queen. How you doing today? Blessings to you, Queen. Appreciate y'all 1,000%. For surely Sean, what's good with your nephew? Frank, J-Man, what's good? Mind the Mansa Musa LLC, what's good? GB Lifetime Vid, salute, blessings to y'all, man. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share the videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace. A1 Hoops on, my brother Emmanuel H in the building. What's good with you, King? I'm going to call you tomorrow. All right? Peace.